Some call it happy. Some call it greed. Some call it marijuana. Some of them call it marijuana. Never mind. Legalize it. Don't you ever criticize.
Legalize it. Don't you ever criticize it.
Legalize it, yeah. Yeah.
And I will advertise it. Legalize it. Legalize it. Legalize being human. All right, hang on. Boom, boom, boom. Legalize it. Uh-oh. Oh, fixed here. Legalize it. I look kind of dark. I didn't shave today. Dag nabbit. They want me to be dark so bad. They want me to be black. They want me to be black so bad. They want me to be you put a coat on, people think you're official. They think you know what you're talking about. You're saying something important. Our controlled world. Hang on. There we go. Here, let's get my hair. Get my hair right. You gotta look official. I got important things to say, people. Slaves, listen up. Hang on, turn that. I can't play reggae. Cannot play no damn Peter Tosh in the background. They won't come in. But I look official. Dang, I need to shave. And then all my colors are messed up. Hang on, let's fix the colors again. This is the CIA. They come in here late at night and they play with the things like, oh, we gonna make them black again. He doesn't want to be black. We gonna make them black. No, I ain't black, you bastard. Hang on. A little light. Yeah, that my head's too bright. Something don't look right. Something don't look right. I ain't one of your caged monkeys. You don't get to call me nothing. All right, you ain't get to call me. Dang, my shirt look too white. I don't even know what's going on. That's all right. What am I doing? I have to make this public so the whole world can see, so you know who I am. I am the same person here, there, everywhere. Although I change how I talk for survival. We're a caged species. I'm on time this morning. Hang on, let me share this out real quick. I am on time. Good to be on time. On time. All right, like, oh Lord, he drank too much coffee. No, I only had one cup, to be honest with you, because y'all was complaining about it. Y'all were complaining about my behavior, my pontifications. I only had one cup of coffee this morning. I only had one cup. And I got another cup right here, though. I'm gonna finish that mother. I don't care what you say. I'm trying to behave better, but it's kind of hard, you know. Kind of hard. I look amazing, Stacy. Thank you. People might watch. I got something important to say. No, you're not important to say. I got pontifications and proliferations and brain-swelling thoughts and Confucius theologies. That didn't even mean anything. But that's how they go Beaufont. That's what it sounds like when he talks to me. I don't know what the hell he's saying half the time. I like Beaufont posts. I look at him like it's Beaufont. I know it's something deep. I don't know what the hell he's saying. These big words. Big word. That man is smart. That's how like when you put on a coat like this, people think you're smart. And I get more people if I look smart. Like later today when the video's playing, it'll play like the first 30 seconds. They'll see somebody in a coat and they'll think I know what I'm talking about. It's like, nah, not really. I just got a lot of questions. That's all I got. But I can't wear this coat because it's too hot. I just put on my deodorant, so we're good to go. So what kind of deodorant do you use? What's natural? I use lemon juice. Damn it, that's my deodorant, right? Well, actually, this is my backup deodorant. My real deodorant is actually lemons. That's the real. Oh, is that Jasmine? Jasmine, no, Jasmine. She tried it. I asked Jasmine. This stuff doesn't work as good because it's not like organic and natural and fresh. But you get yourself a fresh lemon, you don't have to put all those chemicals in your blood. You don't have to get the aluminum in your blood. That's why I was thinking healthcare probably pissed people off this morning. You know what healthcare is? Healthcare is to no longer take bribes from the corporations that are poisoning your population. How about that for healthcare? Step one. It's like we can have a healthcare debate. I'd love to have a healthcare debate with sick people. I'd love to do that. All the time I had great healthcare discussions in health with like sick doctors, like coughing up lungs and taking drugs and statins. smoke a cigarette. This is what you got to do to be healthy. Like, oh yeah, you gonna tell me how to be healthy, huh? Okay. Can you keep all them germs in your sick little chemical cells rep doctor body? Just keep them right there. I don't want them over here. Although I am prepared. I am prepared. I am prepared. I make my smoothies, y'all. I almost died yesterday. Y'all know that? I almost died yesterday. Because I'm gonna eat this in front of you. You know why I gotta tell you this story? Because I'm gonna eat this in front of you because I really don't care what you think. This is a processed biscuit, orange roll, made with sugars and it's cage-free, it's gluten-free, it's organic, natural, and no, it ain't. It's horrible. I'm gonna eat it though. Watch that. Oh, he's a hypocrite. He's eating bad food. Yes, I am, because I drink good food. I drink my smoothies. I almost died yesterday. I follow it down with, if you're vegan, close your eye. Vegans, close your eye. It's a piece of egg. I'm gonna put this in my mouth. Watch it. Do this mother. Good to go. All right, now, stop judging people. You don't know what healthy, you ain't healthy, shut up. You don't know what healthy is. Healthy is a condition of not getting sick. If you are eating things and you're not getting sick, I feel for all the life that you're murdering. I feel sorry for all the microbiology, the flora and the fauna. I feel sorry for the chickens and the mammals and the eggs and the bread and the milk. I do feel sorry for them. But people gotta be healthy, and healthy is what works in their body. Just leave it alone. It's what works in there. Oh, is that Ty? We're gonna talk about that later. We're gonna Ty and I gonna we finally gonna do the health discussion later. Ty finally sent me a message. Finally came down from on high to mingle with the commoners and he messaged me. Oh yeah, I almost died yesterday. I forgot to tell you about that. I almost died. So what? You know what? I'm always drinking coffee, as Beaufont will tell you, and make memes and. I'm still laughing about that one. I ain't gonna show it because it's funny as hell. That's why I ain't gonna show yesterday's meme. I'm not gonna show it. I ain't gonna show it because it's funny as hell. I almost died yesterday. I almost die every day. This is America, damn it. Exactly what about this do you think is safe? I almost died yesterday. I almost died yesterday because I always got coffee. Right? I always got coffee around. And yesterday, if y'all remember, I was drinking coffee out the other cup, not the natural organic cup made by my friend out of Pennsylvania soils. With his hands. That's a great guy. I need to sell his cups. Anyway, almost died because this cup was from 2 days ago and it was sitting on a plantation under a cotton bush, right? And I had my other cup from yesterday, and discombobulation, it happens, you know. And thought I was drinking the other cup. It was not. It was that cup. And I picked it up and I started drinking, and I just got this smell because you know how you got your second brain is in your gut. And so all the microbiology in my gut was like, no, don't drink that crap. You know, because it has cow milk in it. Yeah, I know this is not hemp creamer. I use cow creamer. Yes, it's pus and blood, baby. Pus and blood. I know, but I don't get sick, so leave me alone. I eat what I want to eat. And so they sent that message to my brain. I'm drinking something and it smells like rotten milk. And I went ahead and drank it, and you know, because when you get old, the brain, things ain't firing the way they're supposed to. And I just went ahead and drank it. And then the message had occurred to me. You just drank rotten cow pus and blood international creamer, non-organic coffee that's been percolating under your desk for over a day. And I stopped for a minute. I was like, oh Lord. Oh look, this might be the last one. This might be the last one. Who I need to write a will to? I need to make a will and testament to give this person nothing, and that person nothing, and that person nothing. We don't own anything, y'all. We don't own anything. That's a part of the caging scheme, slaving humanity. But I wasn't worried about it because then I remembered. I drink smoothies, man. You know, I don't worry about no processed biscuits and eggs. I drink smoothies. I drink green, leafy, deep green smoothies about 3 times a week, sometimes every day of the week. My immune system is tight, baby. My immune system, it knows what the hell to do. And so I had all that rotten, percolating, bacteria in my stomach just there. We gonna kill him. We gonna kill him. No, you're not. Not today. My cytotoxic T cells, my white blood cells, they got something for you. They got something for you. You may not deal with CIA Bob Marley foot cancer, but damn it, it's sure going to deal with some rotten milk. So I wasn't worried about that. All right, people here, I can take my jacket off. There we go. I didn't shave though, so they might catch it on the shave. I didn't shave. Whew. We're gonna talk about it today. Because we're gonna talk about health later with Ty. I was thinking about this whole nation thing. In cages, right? So I got a cage behind me. The human cages and borders. They're putting humans in cages, and we're all in cages. They're called borders. They're called borders. Borders. I was thinking about this. My whole damn life, they had me believing in nationalism. My whole life, I believed in the borders. My whole life, I don't believe them in no more. To me, it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous discussion, right? Because people still see borders in countries, when in reality, it's all just banks and markets. That's it. Banks and markets. I lived in that fantasy world my whole life. We are caged, and we're fighting over borders and nations, when the only thing, everything that runs the world is economics, right? Everything is money and power, and all of that is banks and economics. So they had me fooled. If you can cage human beings, if you can cage tigers, if you can cage wolves, you can cage anything you want. You own it. You control it. You can make it wild. You can act like it wild. Like, they convinced me my whole life I was a wild animal. That's why I acted wild. I acted wild. My whole life I acted wild. Now I'm starting to realize, man, maybe I ain't wild. Maybe I'm not a wild beast called a citizen. Maybe I'm not that wild beast called a citizen. Maybe I'm just a human being. Maybe we need to legalize freedom again, you know? But that's all it is. It's banks and markets. We're a part of markets for big bankers and corporations, and they claim they own us, and they keep us wild. One of the ways that they keep us wild, outside of giving the concept of borders, right? You raise a creature up and you say, this is your border, and begin to pee on it. That's what I'd love to see, y'all. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see the Americans go pee on the border. I'd love to. You know what? I'm gonna back up a little bit. If y'all go pee on the border, I'll admit it's yours. It's yours. You can have it. If you can get 320 million Americans to go out there and pee on the borders, I'ma say this is America. If you follow the rules of Wild Kingdom, you want to act like you're Wild Kingdom. Follow the rules of Wild Kingdom. You go pee on the border. I agree it's yours. Because I ain't gonna be here. Right? You get 300 million Americans on TV going out there to pee on the border. I'd love to see that. I'd shut up. Y'all shut me up. I go somewhere. It's not your border, but they keep us wild. And in further studies of listening to Peter Tosh, what he was talking about, he was talking about music and how come they said, well, how come, do you feel that black leaders, it's a crayon, it's a color, but for the sake of this discussion, it's call it a race. That's what people believe is a race. The kings and lords and slave plantation owners colored the people, and the people are ignorant enough to keep the color still. Boggles my mind. And so he said, do you think that the black leaders support reggae music? And he answered the question. This is why they killed Peter Tosh. He answered the question the right way. He said the same ministers who work for the bureaucrats control black radio that control every radio. All the radios. Why would they do that? Why would they control radio that children listen to? The same way to control the internet. The same way they control Hollywood and Nollywood and Bollywood. If you can control what's repetitive going in your creatures' ears. Yes, I called your children creatures. They're creatures. To these banks and black markets, they're creatures. They're just wild animals in cages called borders. If you can make them wild, act wild, shoot each other, drive in the street, stab each other, act crazy, you'll get the adult citizen creatures, captive animals, to trade in their rights. Make the young wild, scare the hell out of the adults. Meanwhile, the kids are just doing what the politicians are doing with drones, but that's another discussion. If you keep them wild in cages, you can keep your black market in your banks. And that's really what it's all about. So he repeated things that we know now, but he knew a long time ago that I really didn't know. I mean, the same ministers working for the bureaucrats that control rock, control rap, control indie, control all the music to keep you resonating wild so they can stay in power. As long as they give you a sense of nationalism, emotion, and ego, give you a border. This is my border. It's wild creatures on the other side of the border. Wild creatures. We need a border, because if we don't have a border, they might actually walk over and eat some tomatoes. They might come graze on our grass. Don't grow grass. It's a horrible thing. It's why climate change is grass and geoengineering. But borders, let me show you this. I was listening to my teacher this morning. I listen to my teacher every morning. I don't listen to music. I have no interest in your music. I haven't listened to your music since it 90 something. I mean, there's a few songs on the radio. We talked about it the other day. I really don't listen to it because it resonates and it keeps you angry. It's designed for children to keep them upset and angry, fighting each other, right? Because it's better entertainment for the people at the top, watching the cages, taking pictures like this brother right here, taking selfies. Let me show you this. I like this picture. I want to go back to it for a minute. This is a picture of your zoo. It's a picture of your zoo at nighttime from space. I know the flat earthers, they totally agree with this because it looks like it's flat. How borders work is they get you to sense most peacefully what's inside your borders, and they get you to fear what's outside of your borders. Right? If you have a sense of fear outside of your borders, if you're not sensing what's out there, you're easily controlled, right? Because you're scared. You don't know what's coming for you. The boogeyman is on the other side of the wall. We need the walls taller. We need them higher. I'm looking for something. I'm looking for something. I can't find something. Discombobulating my mind. I'm thinking about something. Hold on. I hear that? Oh, never mind. That's my cord. Okay, here we go. I heard something. Every time I turn my head, my cord, it rubs right here because the microphone is right here. Listen. Dave Chappelle said, don't judge me. Don't judge me. What is a mocha man without his fear? I got a healthy sense of fear. Why? Because I'm raised in a cage. I'm raised in a cage, and I fit a lot of the characteristics of the animals that are trapped and thrown in the cage with the other animals to fight for selfies, okay? And that's just how it goes. Whether you're poor, trailer park, ghetto, darker skin, bald head, like all of these things kind of fit. You only got one parent in the house. These are all the things of the caged animals that make them a little more violent, entertaining to fight. So I got my fear. That was my cord. Okay, we're good. But the thing is, if you're not sensing is who's on the other side of the border, because they're less. They're different. You can generate a lot of fear. I was listening to my teacher this morning. He was talking about sensing. What is you? What are you? What is you? Is this organic biscuit me? This organic biscuit is not me. It's not me. Complete this processed organic wheat belly biscuit that's going to cause all kind of problems from celiacal conditions when it gets inside of my stomach and jacks up my villi. Was that too much coffee? It's not me yet. This is a biscuit. Watch this. Grandmama said you're supposed to chew 100 chews, so shut up. I'm sorry. I thought that was funny for me. 9:30 in the morning, watching somebody chew a biscuit. Swallow. Guess what? That is now me. That biscuit is me. My body, the human body is an amazing machine. You can take a banana and make it a human being. You can take a GMO biscuit and make it a human being. You can take an egg and water and make it a part of you. That's you. Right? That now is becoming human DNA and human cells. That's how amazing this machine is. Now I can sense it. It's a part of me. Now what's outside my skin, that's not. I can't sense that. That's your whole life, the human sensing, everything that happens is from within you. It's like if I touch this microphone right now, I touch this camera. I'm not actually touching the camera. Right? My skin, which is on the outside, is touching a force in a field, and sensors inside of that are sending messages through our nervous system to my brain, but all the sensing is happening from within my skin, not even on the outside. So everything I sense me is on the inside of me. Once I put you in me, it's me. We sensing, we all good. Everything outside is dangerous. Everything outside of my border is not me. And it was that way in the human race for who knows how long. And all of a sudden, one day we developed speech. We develop the ability to sense other things. We begin to look and see tears and make grunts and know that that means sad. Like, you see where I'm going with this? And so now we created an internet, a language. So now we can sense from within our own tribe because we got our own language. So now we can sense each other. We can empathize with each other. Think about that. So now my tribe can be part of me. We're sensing together. We're one. We can empathize. I see tears in you. I know what that means. I see blood. You can say that this hurts. You're scared of something. I can hold you, make you feel better. So now communication has allowed us to sense more. And what is the internet? What is radio? What is an understanding of a whole planet is round, not really flat? I'm not discussing that. Let's not fight. We now can sense 7 billion people. And we call that consciousness. Right? When you become all sensing, right? That's what they call yoga. That's what yoga means. All sensing. You're not doing yoga if you're doing it behind borders. You're not doing yoga if you're out there fighting for nationalism and patriotism and white, black, this, that, and the other. You're not doing yoga. You're faking yoga. You're foga. That's called foga. Yoga is all sensing, when you sense everything. And so now we're a couple hundred years past the ability to be all sensing, to step up our level of consciousness and sense Yemen, sense Congo, sense Latin America, Venezuela, sense what's going on in Florida, sense the Californians, they don't have no damn lights on right now because the government turned them off, sense what's happening in Australia, sense Thailand, sense the little girls being forced to become hookers in the Philippines, sensing what's going on in India, sensing, all sensing in consciousness. Becoming human, legalizing humanity, understanding that we are one creature, we are one organism, becoming all sensing. But see, they stopped that with the cages and the borders. Let me take this back, hide that picture. This is why you're caged. You're caged to keep you from sensing anything else. Like an inmate in prison, these little kids, these Democrats and Republicans put in prisons. They can't sense what's on the outside. They make them beasts. They take them at the age of 16, 17, 18, throw them in cages, let them fight, feed them only a little bit of food, give them a currency called cigarettes. Think about it. Let them fight over the cigarettes, but you only give them enough cigarettes for a few to create a currency so they'll begin to conflict with each other. Turn them into a wild beast to make an industry. Think about the recidivism rates. You let them out, what happens? They want to go back in. They weren't sensing of the free world. They behave better. They understand better. All their friends in their tribes are in the cage, so they want to go back in the cage. They got out of the matrix. They realized the steak tastes better. Not that the steak was better, but in that cage, it was better. It's what they become used to. They become accustomed to it. And so they want to go back into prison. And this is the problem we have with patriotism. Yes, I'm linking it to, because it's the same thing. It's on a different level, but it's the same exact thing. I don't see countries and borders. I don't see nations and borders. All I see are banks and markets. And that's how they control the whole human population. That's what I think. Oh, I didn't bring up my comments. I ain't bring up my comments. What happened to YouTube? Y'all sick? What's wrong with y'all? I drink yesterday's coffee too. Y'all drink yesterday's coffee, didn't drink your smoothie. I almost died yesterday. That was crazy. I didn't die. That's what I don't worry about. I step on nails and you're gonna get a staph infection. Listen, I'm cutting wood, breaking up pallets, doing stuff all the daggone time. I believe in fixing things and making things for my own self. And I drink my smoothie, so I'm not worried about it. As long as your immune system is working, you can run barefoot all over this planet, be a wild human. You can be free. You can jump in the river and not worry about getting a flesh-eating bacteria. If you're eating horrible foods, then yeah, you're gonna get sick. And that's what creates a healthcare system. The same way you create a cage care, a human cage care system. You create a healthcare system. You take away people's sustainability, you become a crutch, and you make a custer out of them. That's why I ain't getting no damn flu shot. How do we go from human cages and to flu shot? That's why I ain't getting no damn flu shot, because it's on TV. That's why I'm not getting it. They take flu shots off of TV, I consider it. But as long as flu shots got commercials and they're free, no, not me, not me. I understand a few things. Right? The only reason you need a commercial is because your product kind of doesn't work. That's what commercials are for. Commercial, because word of mouth, if it works, I'm gonna tell everybody. If I got the blue bumps and I rub your cream on me and the blue bumps go away, I'm gonna tell everybody. I'm gonna sing it from the mountain. I'll be like, blue bumps go away with Mercurical. I'll be singing commercials for you. I sing everybody. I'll be like, Stacy, gotta get the Mercurical. Get rid of the blue bumps. Ty, gotta get rid of the blue bumps. Who's that? Susan, guess what? You get rid of, I'll advertise it. But if you got a commercial, it means your product doesn't kind of sort of work. One commercial. If you show a commercial repeatedly on TV and you have to produce it and you have to put it on the beach and you have to use pretty people and you got to put women in lingerie and you got to put cars around it and you got to put a big house behind it and you got to give the guy a Rolex. If you got to do that to sell your product doesn't work at all. At all. All right? At all. One commercial. Sales, advertising. I did a great video on advertising about a year ago, something like that. But if you got to show a commercial over and over and over and over and over and in the morning and in the afternoon and at the night and before the Simpsons, in between General Hospital, right around Stargate, if you got to keep showing the damn commercial over and over and over, that's called programming. Okay? Programming. They are creating a captive customer out of you. They are lying. It means your product not only doesn't kind of sort of work and doesn't work, it means your product is so busted, jacked up, destroyed, that it's flipping DNA and genetics and killing people. Okay? If you gotta lie about it, if you gotta brainwash people to put your Mercurical on the blue bumps, it means it ain't gonna make the blue bumps. It's gonna make rainbow bumps. It's gonna make the bumps orange and purple, or the blue bumps gonna go away, and inside your skin you're gonna have gray bumps. Okay? It means it doesn't work. That's why you're getting your flu shot. One, because it comes from corporations in an industry that's killing more people than it's helping. And two, epigenetics. Three, because it's on TV. If you wanna die, watch commercials. Okay, watch commercials. I had a friend a long time, and she's like, I'll never watch commercials. She's from China. She's like, I'll never watch commercials. I was like, you're crazy. Girl, what the hell wrong with you? You're American. You're supposed to watch commercials, girl. How you know what's going to happen in the world if you ain't watching commercials? How you going to know what the new stuff to buy is? How you going to know how to support slavery if you don't watch commercials? How you going to know how to make your body sick, getting flu shots and vaccines? How you going to know how to live if you don't watch commercials? I was born in America. I was raised here. But if it's on TV and you're watching commercials, you gonna die faster than everybody else on the planet. I just don't trust them. I don't believe it. All right, let me go back and read some comments. I'm gonna take a peek and see what's going on. 1100000111. We do live in a matrix. Yes, Stacy, we live in a matrix. Prison bars everywhere. The only difference is that people in prison don't want to be in prison. Some of them, when they get there, after they brainwash them to want to be there, they want to be there. We live in a prison of borders. We cheer it. We're happy. We love it. We just homie lover friends. Our prison has an anthem. This is why they start with kids from the very beginning. Our prison has an anthem. Our prison, it's got borders that we cheer. The gates aren't strong enough. You gotta make them taller, make them harder, put a wall up. We need some gates and some barbed wire. The borders the banks have us in, oh my God, we love the borders. That's the only difference. In prison, when they first go in, they haven't been indoctrinated to prison. They were indoctrinated to the next level up of slavery, the next level up of prison in the zoo with the borders. Once you go in prison, then yeah, you upset at first, but after a while, they get used to it. You can train a human to be anything you want. It's just like a whole colonization thing. It only takes one generation. One generation, you can turn all the black people. You can turn all the Irish people that hate indentured servitude and slavery. You can take all of them and get them the next generation to love it. Ooh, slavery is delicious. Oh my goodness, do you see the watch cars we can buy? All we got to do is embrace slavery and get reparations. And while other people are being slaves. It's a fun idea. We're slaves, but they're worse slaves. Because it's like a Ponzi scheme of cages, right? You know, the people, the further down you go, the more in cage they are, the less opportunity they have. I was thinking about that this morning too. And I was thinking about a bunch of stuff. Shut up, Buffon. I was thinking about a bunch of stuff. It's a Ponzi cage scheme. It is a Ponzi cage scheme because as long as you're above those cages beneath you, you want them to stay in cages because you don't want them out. That's why the business class, they don't want to open the jails and let the kids out of the prison. Oh, they want to let the immigrant kids out of cages. Yeah, because that's on that level, it's going back to Mexico or something. But they don't want to let the kids in their cages in their country out, mass incarceration. They're happy with that because they're scared to death of those kids because those kids have been made wild so we can have good retirements. And that's how the system works. It's a recirculating, recycling. Oh, I got to show you something. I got to show you something from George Carlin. Oh, I love how these, I don't know, sometimes I think I am CIA. Oh, I know I'm CIA. I know I am. Gerard said he's CIA. Yeah, I am. Everybody is, all right? They control everything. They control the TV. They control the radio. They control the commercials. They control every damn thing, all right? We're all CIA to a degree. I got to show you this. Let me make sure I get the right thing. No, that's not it. Right there. This is George Carlin, just in case you're like, yo, you don't like America because you're black. That's why you don't like America. You don't like America because you're a minority. You don't like America. No, actually, I did quite well in this world. I was, I was a great sellout. I was high up in the business where I was doing fantastic and delicious. I've had multiple businesses. I did great in corporate America. I used my black privilege everywhere I could. I use my programmer privilege. I use my got 2-parent privilege. I got my don't have enough poverty to want to kill myself or commit suicide privilege. I use that privilege really well. I did really well. The thing was, I realized that I was a sellout at some point, and I realized, damn it, I need to stop this. Check this out what George Carlin said. See, he's George Carlin. Y'all can trust him because he black. That's why, because people still believe in that stuff. You can trust him because he black. But it really is a bunch of malarkey that keeps us all together. It's a bunch of bullshizzle that gets people to enjoy and love and embrace the cage and slavery, because the thing that is most needed is to not be in a cage beneath you. Keep them in. Don't let them out. Hell no, don't let them out. They got my skin color. They came from my this, that, the other, my town, my state, my whatever. Well, hell no, don't let them in my religion. Oh no, they turned that already. No, you keep them in cages. You keep me out. You know, I'm not free as them, and I don't have a yacht and whatever and sailing around the world, but damn it, I'm all right where I am. Just keep them where they are. That's how you get everybody to sell out on each other. Unlimited of sensing, right? But you need to increase your sensing. You need to know that you're connected to everybody. Hence why schools resemble prisons. Exactly, Ty, that's my thing. Schools resemble prisons. That's why the funny thing is when you look at this on so many levels, this is why we laugh all the time. I don't know if everybody knows that. If you're new, this is why we laugh. This is why it's hard, because it's hard to keep a straight face. When you think about how all of this works together in all the different levels that you've been played on. That's why half the time I can't stop laughing. I'm like, dang, I done been a monkey my whole damn life. Was it one time, because sometimes I convince myself, but maybe I was smart back in 2014. Nope, I wasn't smart then, stupid. Maybe I wasn't being played as a wild animal back in 1983. Because I might have had, nope, I was being played. Because here's the other thing I was thinking about. Leaders. You don't have them, okay? I know you like them, you worship them, but you don't actually have them. They're not leaders, they're reactors. Okay? There's a difference between a leader and a reactor, right? A leader is what's called an innovator. It's someone who is leading you in a new path. You're in the woods, you've been walking in circles, you're following Gerard like, damn it, Gerard, we ain't been here before. I done seen that bush and seen that log, that looks familiar. Damn it, why are we walking in circles? And I'm trying to convince you, we're not walking in circles. This is new, y'all. This is hopey changing. We're gonna hope and change. We're gonna make America great again. We're gonna make the line great again. Stay in line, come on, we just keep on walking. Y'all keep saying the same damn bush. I keep saying the same damn bush. What the hell wrong with him? He ain't leading. That's not a leader. That's called follow the leader and walking in a circle. Okay, we learned this in Boy Scouts a long time ago. A leader's an innovator. It's someone who's carving a new path. Somebody's got keys, they unlock the jail, let you out. They're doing something different. They're innovators. They have ideas that have not been tried before. Leaders are not the ones that keep saying healthcare, 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 healthcare. Wah, 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 wah. Okay, that's not a leader. That's a reactor. Okay, reactor. They are reacting to what's happening in the world, because what's happening in the world, they know will create that reaction. Reactors. You don't have a leader, you have a reactor. And what are reactors? What is their purpose? Their purpose is to power the grid. You know, you get sound effects, those are free. The reactors, they power the grid. They power the matrix. That's all it is. I know it's funny how words work out, but that's just how it is. You don't like it, but it's true. You don't have a leader, you got a reactor. And the actions that the real people who control things do know that your leaders are going to react this way. That's why they do it. And that's why nothing changes. That's why you keep seeing the same bush. Damn it, that's the same bush. I keep stepping in the same cow dung. What the hell? Every generation, we end up in cow dung. I know, because you walk in circles. You don't have leaders. You need something new. New. When somebody gives you a new direction to go. You know what? We're not going to make a right at the monkey. Let's make a left and see what happens down around the field over yonder. That might be somebody leading. But to be honest with you, I ain't going to follow you because I'm not going to follow the leader. I'm an adult. I pull my drawers up. And if I felt so like I'd pull my panties up, and that's okay. They can do whatever the hell they want to do. Leave people alone. I pull my drawers up by myself. I don't need no help. I don't need your leader. I don't need to worship, follow, nothing. Because you know why? Because I don't know I want to go the way you're going. You know, I might want to make a left over here. Y'all try to keep on going. I'm fine with y'all. I'm an individual. I'm a true individual. I'm not an individual in the sense that school teaches you. I'm an individual like, you know what? Man, I can go in the woods and live by a rock for a few years. I could actually do that. I could, as long as I got food. It's a great book called My Side of the Mountain. You should read it. Read it when we were kids. We had to read it in school. Indoctrination wasn't powerful as it was back then. But kids said, you know what? Yeah, Mom and Dad, I don't think I'm gonna do this anymore. I think it was 14. It's like, Mom and Dad, yeah, this is feeling kind of slavish, enslavement, slavery. I don't like the border walls in this house thing. I think I'm gonna go in the woods. And he just ran, and I think it was called My Side of the Mountain, if I'm not mistaken. And he just walked into the woods. I'm that kid. That's me right there. Because at 14, I tried it too. I failed. It was different. He knew how to survive. I didn't know how to survive. I was raised in the outskirts of Washington, D.C. We didn't know what water and food was, okay? We knew what crack was. We didn't know what water and food was. We knew how to run. We knew how to fight. But we had no idea, you know, that you could use a hawk to go get a rabbit. We didn't know how to do that. So I ran away. But the silly thing is I ran away in the wintertime. Here's a hashtag, kids, don't run away in the winter. If you're going to run away from mommy and daddy, don't run away in the winter because they know how that works out. Parents are kind of smart. They know what's going on. I ran away in the winter. Damn it, I ran right back. I was like, I'm getting out of here, you slavers. I don't like this. I went out the door. Pop, he didn't care. He's like, oh, I told that story. I can tell that story again. I'm so glad I had the father I did. I'm so glad. You know what? If I had a father, like, no, Gerard, stay. No, oh. I'd have been jacked up. I'd have been messed. My father's like, see ya. Bye. See ya. I needed him. I needed that cat. Oh, I needed that cat. Because he made me realize he made me realize things I didn't even realize. And I realized. I'm still realizing stuff that he taught me. He's like, go on. He said, go on. But you know what? I own everything in your room. So go on. Take your shirt, your drawers, your shoes, socks, all that. I'm going to let you have all that because I'm a good, loving Christian. You can have that. Go on. Get out of here. Go on, boy. See you. Bye-bye. See you. Have fun. Storm in the castle. And I sure enough ran out of there mad as hell. My mother was like, stay. My father was like, go. Damn sure enough, I think when did I run away? I think I ran away. It must have been it was probably around noon or something, because I think it had something to do with cleaning my room or something. I didn't want to clean the room. And sometime around noon, cartoons were off. And damn it, I was back by 4 o'clock. It's cold outside. I didn't realize that the bankers didn't let us have heat out there under the bush. Because I went to the river, I went to the Potomac River. That's where I used to grow up. I used to fish all the time. Went over to my favorite bush. I can fish. I'm going to eat the fish. I didn't think, damn it, you might need some matches. You might need a fire. Might need some water. Ain't no cartoons out here. I came right back. I was glad to have him. I'm not sure why we went in there. Oh, but just the whole point, Ty. You know, prisons, they resemble schools. Prisons resemble housing. The only enslavement I'm kind of okay with is adults raising children, but not in the sense of raising anymore. I think you need to raise them to be free, raise them to be humans, raise them to be all sensing. Don't raise them to be the slaves that you are. I did the best I could. I'm not sure if I did a good job. I hope I did. I hope that I raised my kids and said, look, this is what I know, and this is all the things I don't know. And actually, my son told me a few things I didn't know too. And I was like, now go be free. Go live out in the banker's world and understand that you a slave and everybody else is a slave too. Don't follow none of them because they all slaves. And I hope I did a good job, but I don't know. I prefer nationalism over collectivism. What does that mean, Ty? You prefer nationalism over collectivism. I prefer leave Gerard aloneism. That's a place. It is a place. And I prefer leave Ty aloneism too. I think if I pick an ism, I'm afraid that it's going to be used against other people because I don't want to be in anybody's ism. I'm afraid, but when people say collectivism, what do you mean? Like when people say collectivism, they're scared because they think like socialism, like the king gets everybody together. Now y'all go out and work in the fields because they don't tell people that plantations were socialism. Plantations were communism, and people don't seem to understand that. Like the kings, they use these words to play everybody. I'm okay with leave everybody aloneism, let the robots grow everything-ism, take away everybody's fearism so we all can be freeism. That's kind of what I believe. Because like what's the whole purpose of a leader causing all the damn problems? Because they're reactors, not leaders. So people are scared, right? People are scared and inequality. Right? That's why people get upset and get behind leaders because they're scared. They're cowards. They can't solve their own problems. They need they get somebody else to solve and join up in a group. Let's solve our problems. We're not being treated fairly. And the other side. And the other side, because it's an imbalance in resources. That's all the whole purpose of the leaders. They don't feel they're getting their shit, so they get behind their leader because your leader took something from their leader, and their leader took something, reacted to that leader, and that leader reacted to that leader, and that reactor acted to that reactor, and that reactor acted to that reactor. And so it's just to keep this imbalance thing going. It's a sustainable imbalance. So I believe in robotism, automationism. If you take care of the reasons that people go get leaders, then we have freedom. We don't have to act dumb no more. People just want resources. They just want freedom. Robots can make all the resources. Like, I think the only reason we have leaders that are creating all these problems are great reactors is because people don't have the things they need. You know, we can provide everything that everybody needs. And they believe the resource allocation is handed to them down by their kingdom. The kingdom says, uh-oh, we're in trouble. Monkeys, are the monkeys here? Monkeys! Here's an ad. We're running out of food, monkeys. We're running out of food. I don't know what we're gonna do about this. We're running out of oil, monkeys. Monkeys, are the monkeys here? We're gonna have to do some fracking. We're gonna have to start a few wars. The creatures on the other side of the border, we're gonna have to kill some of them and steal some things that they have because there's just not enough to go around. There's just not enough to go around. And then they give us an anthem. Then you have an anthem and give us a pledge. We're like, okay, it makes sense. We're all gonna die because we're running out of food on a planet that we've never been around. We don't know that resources are abundant all over this planet. There's plenty to go around. We're running out of land, monkeys. We don't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna have to annex and buy Greenland. We're just monkeys. There's not enough land. We're gonna have to borrow some land from Africa. We're gonna have to kill some people and steal some of their land. Have you ever flown an airplane? Have you ever driven across America? Do you know how much untouched land there is on this nation? Unfreaking touched. The land is abundant. The water is abundant. The food is abundant. Outside of the robots doing it. So there's no question we can have equality. But the only reason we have, well, not equality, there's no equal, and equal will never exist, but equal opportunity to be born and then do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. I know, because I'll talk robot talk, and people who don't get it like, you're talking utopia. And I'm like, no, I'm not talking utopia. There's no such thing as utopia. I'm talking leave people alonia. Okay? Let robots do what they're supposed to do. Let the software and automation do what it's supposed to do so people will stop acting like wild monkeys in cages, getting leaders to take rights from another side to piss them off, to make them mad, get behind another leader and take rights from the other side. Leave people alone. Well, what's collectivism? And I'm not talking to Ty, I'm just saying in general. So people say to me sometimes, sometimes I always talk about this stuff. They say, well, collectivism can kind of work. That kind of makes sense. Everybody contributes and we all work together and friends, homie, lover, hugs and everything goes around. No, that's not actually what I'm talking about. Because that's a little narcissistic. Why do people have to contribute? Why? So I answer that question, but why do people have to contribute? I don't believe in that. I think that's narcissistic. I think that's narcissistic of you and sociopathic of you because you believe in your experiences that other people should do something for you or something you feel a part of. I think that's insane. I think it's insane. Why do people gotta do anything? How come people just can't drink smoothies and be fat and watch TV? Why is that so bad? Somebody answer that question. I need to know. Why is that a bad thing? It's a bad thing when you gotta pay for it. It's a bad thing when you gotta do something where you don't like it. You gotta pay your taxes, whatever you feel that you gotta do. You want other people to be in your misery. You're in a cage, so you want them to be in a cage. Maybe they just want to play music and color their life. If we got robots doing it, all their ancestors paid to get to us to this level of technological advancement, why in the world do they got to do what you tell them to do? That's the same narcissistic, sociopathic nonsense, the psychopathy that breeds in our leaders. Leave people alone. Let them do what they want to do. I don't believe in collectivism. I believe in robotism. Let the robots do it. Let the automation do it. Why? Well, who's going to run the robots? I'll run the robots. Damn it, that's why I get up in the morning. Well, who's going to grow the food? Have you ever heard of a gardener? Do you know what us gardeners do? Well, but we don't pay them. How are they going to do it? Why are they going to do it? Listen, you need to just stay where you are. Stay in your lane. All right? We gardeners literally pay to garden. Okay? We pay to grow food. Think about it like this. We go to work, do what the hell we got to do in slavery, and come home at the end of the day when you want to sit on your sofa. We pay. We go buy seeds. We go buy rakes and hoes and tractors and things, and we grow because we love doing it. That makes us feel alive. That's what happens when you leave people to their passion. Well, okay, so maybe gardeners and farmers will grow and continue to produce. What about the software? Literally. After I'm done slavery, I go buy actuators and open source circuit boards and sensors and make robots. I love doing it. I pay to do the things that I love to do because I'm a slave. I would do them for you, but I can't do them for you. And my robots are like this big. I do little grow systems and aquaponics and stuff like that, and I pay to do it, and I gotta buy more land to do more of it. I gotta pay to do the things that I love doing anyway. The world works the way it's supposed to. If you leave people alone, everything goes the way it's supposed to. See, I don't believe in like collectivism where everybody contributes. Leave everybody alone. Let the robots do with it. They're literally designed to show you that the world is abundant and everybody can have everything that they need. That's why we made them. We didn't make them for billionaires and trillionaires and banks and corporations. We made them for you, dummy, but you're still in conflict with somebody else because you're in a cage and you're being wilded. You're not a wild creature. All right, that's my point. So yeah, I don't believe in nationalism. I don't believe in collectivism. I don't believe any of that. I believe in technological advancement and innovationism. Let innovation solve the problem so we can stop walking in these damn circles. I'm getting tired of it. Damn it, the knee on the right side is not expanding the way it's supposed to. The muscle's not being used because the human race, we just keep walking in these damn circles. It's all new, hope and change. It's like nothing's changing. Nothing's changing because you don't have people who are innovators leading anything. Right? But I think that's why we're here. We got the leader problem because you have people who still believe in limits. You have people who still believe that we live on an overpopulated earth. We have people who still believe in the king's statements about how we're low on resources and we're not. We have an allocation of resource problems and we have production problems. That's all we have. And then we have, after the production problems, the shipping problems, because they ship all the food, water, and rice and everything to the billionaires. They ship all the Ferraris and cars and BMWs and drones. They ship them to the billionaires and corporations' warehouses so you can go to Amazon and buy them off the black market after they stole them from somebody else. And they stole the technology and patents from your ancestors. All right, let me do comments. I don't know how long it's gonna go. We'll see what happens today. Don't talk about no damn aliens. It's Friday. We should do that. Because people aren't ready for aliens. They're just not ready. They're not ready. People gotta stay in it. If you're in a cage like this and you got a fur, you know what I'm saying? It's like Versace or something. Is that Versace? Is that a thing? Prama, something like that. You got that stuff, the fur in your hair is doing the thing. And that's like a style. I seen that in Hollywood. They're doing that again. That's in again. Spicy, what's her name? Hot Spicy, something like that. One of the Spice Girls. I leave the alien talk alone for the most part. I just tell everybody free energy. All right, you're alone in the universe. You're okay. You're the salt of the universe. Oh, you're wonderful. You're in your own little narcissistic head. But I just say focus on the free energy. Just focus on the fact that they got free energy. They use the alien thing to scare people, right? They use that for that Project Bluebeam, right? They use it as they use the Africans with the paganism and the pagans and the Germanic tribes. That's how they use this stuff to get you to be scared of them. Oh my the Africans are coming. Oh, the Muslims are coming to get us. And the Muslims like, huh? Where are we going? We're going somewhere. The Africans, the pagans. And they're like, huh? No, we growing some food, man. Y'all get off the boat, y'all. Then people get guns and spears and go down there and fight and start killing Germanic tribes. That's how the Romans did it, right? That's how the Romans did it, how the Americans did it, how the British did it. You get your people scared of some aliens, and then they're willing to go fight in the wars against things that they don't understand, know, or whatever. Then they make enemies of them. It's the same whole cage theory thing, keeping us in cages. So people aren't ready for aliens. I just say, just look up and see the free energy devices. There's a lot going on that you don't know about. Focus on the patents that your government has that they're not releasing. While they blame fossil fuels, and energy production for climate change, all the patents they're hiding from you. Just focus on that. I'm not ready to do anything. People, it scares them. It scares, and you know how people do it. When they're scared, they're gonna go find a leader. Don't scare them. When they're cowards, they get scared of something. They'll go find a political party. So I try to avoid that best I can nowadays. Some people have been institutionalized and feel more comfortable in prison. Right, exactly. Some veterans feel more comfortable in war. They're conditioned to adapt. Exactly, Susan. This is why I think that, Susan, they knew about the warrior gene a long time ago. I think they knew about this a long time ago, like stealth fighters, and they slowly released it to us that if they condition a human being first thing, that you can make profit from that thing. They condition us to be wild. They keep us wild. They condition the kids to be aggressive, to join gangs and fight each other over resources, and they make money from it. They condition people through commercials to get their flu shots, to buy methactol, and then they watch it enough on TV and they do it. And they make businesses out of controlling people by conditioning them. They condition people to be black. They condition people to be white. They condition people to be nationalists. They condition people to be Democrats. Condition them to be Republicans. Put them in fights with each other, and I'll give anybody anything that they want. And literally just keep them at the edge of scarcity of what you need them to be, so they'll be fearful and blame it on the other people. It's like that old thing when they slap you in the back of your head, you blame somebody else, like, you look that way. This is what banks, they do. This is what I'm saying. There's no banks, there's no countries, there's no nations, there's no pledges, there's no allegiances, there's no races, there's no ethnicities, there's none of that. You just got a bunch of stupid monkeys born on this planet. They put us in cages and they give them labels and they smack you in the side of your head and say, he did it. And you blame him. And then you get behind the leader. It's a sustainable business. You can't fault them. It's an ingenious system. You cannot fault them. All right, do comments, get out of here. There's a whole bunch of good comments at the top. Reparations make me laugh. If reparations, when they don't make me laugh, they make me cry. It amazes me that anybody wants reparations from the current slavers. That's the dumbest thing. They're just trying to make them colluders with what they're doing now. Reparations is a payoff to accept living in a system of slavery. Exactly, Susan, and it's okaying the system. It's saying what you're doing is fine because you're not doing it to me, and it's just a sellout. It's another means of being a sellout. But a leader said it. And if a leader says it, anybody following him in that circle, circling in the woods, they're gonna keep doing it. Let me see. It would have been very easy to fit in with these neoliberals in Hollywood or my town, but was soul crushing and artificial for me. Right, Ty, because you discovered freedom. You're starting to tap into yourself. You're starting to realize that you're not a monkey in a cage. That you might be in a cage, but you're not enslaved. And I think when you start tasting that freedom, like, damn, that tastes pretty good. And now you don't know what to do with yourself. You're like, damn, this feels good. I can say what I want to say? You mean to tell me I can tell this community where to go? I can tell that community where to go? I can be free, and I'm not going to get put in the hot box, right? Like we found a way in the Matrix to kind of live free and say what we want to. And you start discovering yourself, it's addictive, isn't it? I'm addicted to it my damn self. I can't wait to find some more indoctrination. I can't keep digging into it. Like, you should make videos that are produced when you think about it ahead of time and put it in an outline and produce a title and have an intro and have an exit and have this and have methodical thoughts. And I'm like, I know, but that means I know something. I don't know nothing. I'm literally stupid enough to like discover myself on the modern television. I'm discovering who I am by finding I'm saying that the right way. I'm slowly being introduced to myself by finding things that are not myself. All right. When I see something that somebody else put there, I'm like, whoa, hey, whoa. It's like now you walk in a room, somebody move your cheese. You know the book, Somebody Move My Cheese? That was a corporate America thing. You walk in a room like, well, wait a minute, the hell? What's that chair doing there? I ain't put that chair there. That ain't my chair. Why is that in my room? Get that down. Get that out. Somebody put a chair in my room. That's what I'm finding with the blacks and the Christians. That's why they mad at me. They're mad at me. I don't know why they're mad. Yeah, I know why they're mad, but I come in, I'm checking my room. I'm cleaning my room right now, my consciousness room. I'm finding chairs and boats and cars and all kind of stuff in my life. What the hell y'all putting all this stuff in here? I didn't authorize you to put this in here. And I'm taking all that indoctrination out. And the more and more I'm cleaning out my room, the more I'm discovering myself. It's addictive. It's addictive to turn on all the lies that we've been told. Like George Carlin said, bullshizzle is the glue that binds us together as a nation. Same thing, it's bullshizzle that binds us together as a race. Bullshizzle that binds us together as a religion. Bullshizzle, and I'm saying shizzle because I don't do the cussing thing, but it's all bull. It's all bull, all of it. They don't know you. They don't know you. They're trying to control you. They put a boot on your neck and they try to tell you what to do. And it's a good thing. And I'm glad Ty is doing videos too, because Ty, I don't know how you do it. Ty, everybody hates Ty. Everybody hates Ty. If y'all don't follow Ty enough, Tyler, you should. Everybody hates Ty. Like, he tell everybody where to go. Like, look, I didn't tell the LGBTQ where to go. I didn't tell the black people where to go. I didn't tell the white people, the nation people. Tell everybody where to go. Gotta be strong. Gotta be strong. Weak people do nothing for Earth. Scared people do nothing. Fear is how they broke the planet, and fear is what keeps it going. Can't be scared anymore. You gotta step up. You gotta pull your big panties up. Pull the big panties up. Gotta pull your big drawers up. Yeah, they ain't gonna paddle you. That's gonna happen. They gonna paddle you. They will shadow ban you, audit you, talk about your mama. They do all kinds of things to you. But the real question is, are you all sensing? Right? Do you sense people all over the planet? Or you just sense yourself? It's all about you. And that's the problem. It all being about you being selfish. It's like it's funny how they say being selfish is bad. You can be selfish as a group too. Imagine that. Bullshizzle gluing a group together that's based in a model of being selfish. Not sensing other people, building up borders to say, you can't come in my border. Your skin is not dark enough. You can't come in my border. Your skin is not light enough. Now, what am I talking about? Am I talking about race or am I talking about nationalism? Which one? You can't come in my border. Your ethnicity is not where it needs to be. Same damn thing, isn't it? Same damn thing. It's time to grow up, y'all. It's time to grow up. All right, in order to leave people alone, they need borders to show a limitation of personal space for others. Love y'all. But in order to leave people alone, I just leave people alone. I don't need a border. I just leave people alone. Leave people alone. Not my business. Leave alone. What you do is not up to me. But I get that personal space. People want to keep their personal space, but I don't think I believe in property ownership. I don't think I believe in ownership. I don't think that anybody owns anything. I think that we're all climate changers. We all buy property if the government won't let us own, if we got to pay taxes on, to change the climate on that property, to judge the government that's changing the climate elsewhere with geoengineering. I think our geoengineering devices are lawnmowers. Their geoengineering devices are cloud modification satellites. And I see the same thing over and over and over. I think you're born on the planet. You can cultivate some land around you or whatever. And then you go. That's it. All right. People can have benevolent intentions with nationalism, but it divides either way. I think most people can have benevolent intentions with everything. All the groups. I just think that we never really thought about them, maybe in the ways that seem to be becoming popular now. I think that everyone generally means well, but we don't look at the principles that we stand on. Right? Because it's the principles that make us hypocrites. It's the principles that make us sell other people out because they don't fit that right avatar. You see what I'm saying? So I think most people mean well. That's why you offend people, but don't offend them too much. Offend the hypocrisy of the principles they stand on. because they still believe in their birth indoctrination being born in a cage. But understand that they are born in a cage. Still have empathy for the fact that they are conditioned and indoctrinated to be doing the ignorant things that they do that don't make it any better. Yes, fly over the continent. The unspoiled land is vast. Yeah, but that's the thing, Rebecca. That's why I think a lot of people don't fly. That's why it's important that poor people don't get on airplanes. That's why the ticket prices are high. The poor people, they don't. I'm just surprised they actually got windows in the back for the poor people. You look out the window and see all the land they have. They're lying. They're literally, we're overpopulated. We're going to have to kill back some of the monkeys. No, there's a lot of land. They just don't want to share. Let me see. Passion you have, you want to do for free. That's why everyone needs to discover their passion. Free, happy society will bloom. Thank you, Christina. And that's my point right there. When it's your passion, you don't need a paycheck to do it. You will pay to do it. I pay to do the things that I love to do. I struggle and strive to do the things I love to do. I gave up a wonderful life. Wonderful life. Christine, I didn't even care. I used to get on the airplane, just go places. I go spend things. I don't even look at the cost because I always knew I had a big paycheck coming in. I didn't care. I was like, oh man, I was living it up. Living a little bit of luxury. Not big luxury, but a little bit of little biggish luxury. I was living it up. Spending money, wasn't counting nothing. Did not care. Budget? What is a budget? My father tried to teach me a budget. Christine, I was like, hey man, you got your budget. No budget. But after a while, I realized, wow, to make this money, it means I can't share. To make this money, it means I have to work for those who don't want to share. To make this money, it means I have to work for people who steal the passion from others. To make this money, it means that I have to be behind everything that I'm against at my core. And so even that, and just walking away, it's a struggle to try to do your passion. They don't want people doing their passions, I think, Christine. I think the system works by fear. The system works by depression. The system works by mental illnesses. The system works by keeping people drugged up and in drudgery. When people are happy, they want other people to be happy. You know what I'm saying? So I absolutely agree with you. Happy people make a happy society. Pleasant people make a pleasant society. Our goal is to make more pleasant people. Get as pleasant as you can be and try to make pleasantries in other people. Do nice things for other people. It pays it forward. Karma is a real thing. We need some earth-wide, species-wide karma. You don't think the robots will take over and enslave us? Hell yeah, they're gonna take us over. Julie, come on. The robot's gonna kill all of us. In the current model, right? In the current model. See, technology's not bad. The tools aren't bad. The guns aren't bad. The nukes aren't bad. None of that's bad. The tanks aren't even bad. The only thing that's bad is the fact that they're in the wrong hands, right? In the right hands, guns can save lives. They can stop rape, they can stop oppression, they can stop destruction, they can stop all of that. In the right hands, in the wrong hands, they can rob people, they can rape people, they can oppress people, they can colonize people. So robots are the same thing. It's just a tool. It's an automated tool. It's either freeing people or it's enslaving people. And so it's just our choice, Julie. It's our choice. Right now, we've chosen we want to be killed. Right now, we've chosen the Terminator. Let me find a picture of the Terminator. Y'all seen the Terminator? Terminator is a fun thing that all your corporations are working on. This is how you get your retirement. I don't think I mentioned the story while you were here, Julie. But one of the reasons I decided corporate America, that was it for me, is when I realized pretty much every boardroom I went in, they all just want to know how to get rid of their people. Like they smile in front of their people's faces, like, oh, we love you. Here's your health care. Here's your long-term package and vacation packages. Like they would tell people that. But in the boardrooms, all the vice presidents, the executives, the CEOs, they all were talking the same yayo. They were all still talking. They'd have all these wonderful policies. And it was kind of like a hypocritical thing. Like I'd walk in, and I'd walk past all these boards in the lobby, how we love people and love our employees and making the world better. All these signs on the wall and nice fake plants and everything. I'm like in a beautiful, pretty lobby. Walk in the lobby, got koi swimming in and pond and everything. And then you walk in like, oh, what a pleasant place. Everybody smiling at each other. Good morning, Margaret. How are you doing, John? How are the kids? Oh, they're wonderful. They're like, oh, wow, okay, that's a nice company. I get up in the boardroom, sit down like, all right, how do we get rid of these people? How do we get rid of these monkeys? I need some automation and software. I got to figure out how to get rid of these bastards. You know, I mean, they didn't say that. But they would, you know, they all wanted, you know, they say it a different way. We need synergy savings. We need some automated solutions to change the software package to reduce the bottom line, right? They would say it that way. And after a while, I realized, damn it, like these people are literally automating all of their people out of jobs. Like they think they got great retirements coming and all the corporations are looking to get rid of. And it was all of them, Julie. It was chemical industry, fast food industry, the banking industry, even government. Everywhere I worked, it was all the same story. And after a while, I realized, like, damn it, I'm working for the bad guys. And I didn't even luck up in working in the defense industry where I could see them working on a Terminator. What the hell you think this? Like, what do you think the military's doing in the boardrooms? All right, we got to figure out. The darn thing about these monkey humans is after a while they get tired of shooting children. Can't have that. The Rothschilds, Rockefellers, they got too many nations to take over. The banks and black markets, they have too many resources they need to acquire. We can't have soldiers with empathy. We can't have soldiers that look into another human's eye and sense them. This is why I support the troops. And I tell y'all, you need to talk to veterans. You want to support the troops, you talk to veterans. You want to support the troops, close your mouth. Stop listening to your politicians and you go talk to the modern veterans right now. Not the veterans from 1,000 years ago, not your reactor leaders, not the ones who fought back when they thought that it made some sense to do things. The wars now are very different. You go talk to the modern veterans. You got to talk to a few of them because every now and then you run into G.I. Joe and he still believes. He still thinks he's G.I. Joe. But go talk to him. You know, but they're working on the Terminators because they need to get rid of the soldiers. And what do you think? When they're done with getting rid of the soldiers, they have empathy-less killers, like they're doing with the drones being flown out of Nevada, where they're flying drones as far as Syria, dropping bombs, automated, and they're not supposed to. I forgot what law that's against. The laws are for poor people. They're not for Pentagon. The laws are for us. It's not for them. The laws are for the voters, not those high up in the political parties, right? And so eventually the robots will kill us in this current model. And they might even kill us in the future. But we're not going to stop the robots. We're not going to stop automation. You know, people, they cheer this, oh, we need to stop robots and automation. Get some Sharpie pens and let's go make a sign. Let's go march on DC to stop. And I just look around, I think I'm still talking to Julie. And you can't get people to give up their dumb phones. Like we talked about the chip in the chunk the other day. And nobody's getting the chip. Yeah, everybody's gonna get the chunk. Why? Because if the chunk makes you run faster, talk faster, do stuff faster, work on the internet while you're working and do this, do that, do that, do that. Everybody's getting the technology. We're not slowing technology down. It's gonna keep coming full steam ahead. Our only choices are, we're gonna continue to let governments and corporations determine the use of those technologies, or are we gonna require they only be used for those that develop them, the human beings? That's why I'm against systems. I'm not a system, right? I'm a human being. And so any technology I develop, it's gotta be for human beings. It's not for systems. I'm not here for systems. I'm here for people, right? And anyone who's prioritizing systems and governments and parties over people and human life is a very special person. Sell out to their own species. You think it's bad to sell out your race? You think it's bad to sell out your religion? They start people there and they end up selling out their entire species. Yeah, the robots are gonna kill us unless we change. The robots are gonna kill us because we kill us, right? Like, how can we stop the robots from killing us if we agree with us killing us? See what I'm saying? It's like my vegan friends, they wanna save the animals. And I'm like, I know, but if you wanna save the puppy dogs in the grocery store and was that China? Where that at? The grocery stores in China. And they may have just did that because on the other side of the border. And it was like a great, fun, racist thing to do to get everybody like that. Chinese are eating Labradors or Labradoodles or something. Just to get you to hate the Chinese. So you agree with the trade war or something. I don't know. You're not going to get people to give a damn about animals. They don't give a damn about people. Like right now, the vast majority don't give a damn about children. They're bombing children at weddings twice. Double that. Not only do they bomb children, both political parties, all the leaders, reactors, But they double tap. You know what a double tap is? That's when they send in the drone first to drop the bombs to murder the people, and then they wait. Because then they know that everyone's saying, oh no, they dropped a building on Julie. And they go run to save 7-year-old Julie, and they just wait. This is how evil at the core your government is. They wait till the responders show up. They wait till the 9/11 responders show up before they drop the building on them or drop the bomb on them again. Double tap. You know why they do that? Because when 7-year-old Julie's under the building, the Democrats and Republicans don't want somebody to go out there to save them. So now you have buildings being dropped all over the Middle East, Africa, and other places. Thank you, Obama. Thank you, Trump. It's all the same damn thing. They do double taps, so nobody responds. Or people respond, they're just willing to give up their lives, but they want the people to remain under buildings crushed. So hell yeah, the robots are going to kill us. Hell yeah, the robots are going to kill us, but we're not going to stop the automation. We're either going to make sure that the automation is growing food or it's murdering people. You think a double tap is bad? A mentally ill AI would do a triple tap. It'll just keep tapping until it makes sure that you just make sure people stand in those buildings and rot. And this is why the sick thing, Julie, I can't get into politics. I don't know why people say I talk politics. I don't talk politics at all. I laugh at politics. I laugh at the psychopathy it takes a person to be political today. When we can't even agree that babies shouldn't be murdered. If we can't agree that babies shouldn't be murdered for our GDP, then there's nothing political to discuss. I don't give a damn about your healthcare. You should probably die. As evil as that sounds, as wrong as that sounds, that's what karma says. If you're willing to murder other people and argue over the spoils of war, which is what the US GDP is all about now, that death is coming back your way anyway, whether you like it or not. All the religions say that, natural law, everything says that. You can't sell out your own species without that sellout coming back to you. That's why I think it's time to grow up. I'm fine being disliked this music. I do too, Ty. I think it's fun. I don't know why it's fun. It's crazy. I have no idea. I think it's funny when people get mad. I don't know. I guess I have to explore that. There's a whole social thing there. Like, you know, because I'm thinking about kids like dying and suffocating under buildings so I can have a cheaper cup of coffee. And the adults are crying about their health care. They're scared of Mexicans and they want a wall. And they get upset with me, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, they're upset because they have black skin and they feel that they're being mistreated, and they drive a Benz and live in a house that costs $500,000. And I knew them when they grew up. They were raised with a silver spoon. You need to stop oppression. Stop what? Huh? You need to whip a hair? Stop. Come on. Bro, to me it's funny. I do this all day. I do that, yeah, yes. Enjoy the drinks, tip your waiters. I do this all day. I stand up because I grew up with too many poor people. And like it did something to me. Like watching people who really had problems in this world. Real problems. Not fake problems, not problems. No, not these problem movies where we need to get together because of skin. I'm like, you are a racist, okay? The poor people need to get together, all right? They don't kill nobody for getting together for skin. They kill people when the poor people, when you got a farmers alliance, all the poor whites and blacks and farmers and Hispanics, they all start getting together. Oh, you got something. They send in the CIA, the FBI, some drones, killer robots, Terminator. You got to stop them because now you're doing something effective. But y'all get together because the color of your eyes and the size of your feet. Nobody cares. CIA like, yeah, that's good. Yeah, you fitting right in. That's right. That's right. Go fight that fight. Fight that struggle. Create a movement. You know, because it's crazy. All right. So it's funny to me. I just sit back and Ty just, aren't you worried they're going to come and kill you? No, actually, I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm actually wave energy. I'm only here temporarily. I'm only here temporarily. Please tip your waiters. I'm going to say the truthful things and I'm going to leave. Either the CIA is sending me out or the FBI is sending me out. Some aliens will send me out. Black people send me out, the white people send me out. Yeah, I'm here to do what I'm supposed to do. I actually lived a great life. That's why I say activism is not for children. Let children live their lives. Leave them alone. Let these kids go live their lives. I speak up for poor people and children all the damn time. The adults, not so much. Not so much. I figured you've been here about 60 some years. You kind of had to kind of about to figure it out. And if not, then maybe you're just not really capable. It's a neuron thing. It's like, if your brain doesn't put together and you know how to question the kings and the lords. Oh, speaking of kings, did y'all see that post from yesterday? Who was that? Justice? What's her name? Justice somebody? Justice, thank you for that. Y'all know, did anybody know that when was it? I'm gonna get the date wrong. The dates are important. I don't know why, but the date, did y'all Americans know? I need a bullhorn. Damn it, I posted this yesterday. Did y'all know, like I thought it was 1913, 1933 when America got screwed and questioned everything. I've been saying that for the longest time. Damn it, well, it's not that that's wrong. It's just that that's not the only time. They've been screwing a long time. We should be pregnant by now. The bank's been screwing. We shouldn't have had illegitimate children all over this planet. Go back, when was it, 1867? Oh, y'all see the blue bee? I'll show you my timeline when I'm going down. If you ain't never seen my Facebook, don't like me on Facebook. I post way too damn much. I do. I don't know why. I don't know why people follow me. I can't stop it. My head does what it does. This is a social experiment for me. All right, let me see if I can do this. Nope, that's is that? Hang on. We're gonna do a timeline review. This seems probably kind of narcissistic. Is that narcissistic? Somebody tell me. It probably is, isn't it? To go down your timeline while you're on a live stream. But it's not really my timeline. I don't really own it. Like somebody yesterday was asking me, oh, your brother John was there. 1865, you saw what Justice posted. That blew me away. It's not really my timeline. It's not really my time. It's not my page. Because I was telling Sister Susan yesterday, I don't police nobody no more. I'm done. Because I was a hypocrite, right? If I don't believe America should be the global police, then why should I be my page police? I don't believe in that. I think everybody should block everybody. That's what I think. I think that if you're still offensible, if you still have offense, and people have been through stuff. Some people have really done been through stuff, and some of y'all can get really aggressive with your language words. Right, so yeah, people get on your nerves, just block them. But I don't police my page. It's not really my page. They own it. I share time. Like my goal is to kind of stir the Kool-Aid and sit back and see what kind of colors, see which colors do what they do. I just stir the Kool-Aid and I walk away. This was funny. They're about to shoot the flu shots. That's what I'm saying. All right, so we got to add to that. If you don't have a commercial, your product probably works. Word of mouth. If you do have a commercial, your product most likely doesn't work. If you have repetitive commercials, your product doesn't work at all. You're probably killing people. And if you give it away free, if you got to give it away free, have multiple repetitive commercials, got signs everywhere, got people marching and having signs and whatever. Did y'all see that Al Sharpton thing on Dell yesterday? Where you can't even let people go into discussions. You stop the people from going to discussions, even discuss your product. Your product doesn't work at all. Not only are you probably killing people, you probably ain't even testing. Probably just threw some flus. You didn't even probably have a petri dish or a laboratory. You probably just went to China, Thailand, or something, found a poorest neighborhood. Everybody cough in this bag. So everybody's sick with everybody like, come cough in this bag. We'll pay you to cough it. All right, let's take this and put it in the percolator and like grow out the bacteria. We're gonna start shooting the Americans with, I don't know, we'll pasteurize it or something, throw some radiation in there, give it to the Americans. Nothing is for free, people. Nothing is for free. There was a doctor who had a great theory that they use these products, and I won't say the V word because then you get banned and all of that stuff. They start deleting pages. But they use that, they use it to create problems. They create the autoimmune conditions. See, this one right here. This is what I was saying. Y'all need to be a dog. You need to be a dog. Not the bank's dog, but you need to be a dog. This was a dog. He heard Master. Master said, "Where Master?" This is Lassie. This is like a Rottweiler Lassie. By the way, if y'all send a Rottweiler Lassie to me, I'm running. I'm going the other way. Rottweiler Lassie jumped in and saved the human. Saved the monkey. Look at it. Saving the monkey. Bit his hand, look, dragged him to the end. See, that wouldn't have happened to me because I'd have had a heart attack right about there and I'd have drowned. I'm in the pool drowning and I see a Rottweiler running up to me. I'm probably just gonna die right there. I'm sorry, I didn't, it doesn't. I grew up watching the Doberman Gang. Y'all remember the Doberman Gang? I grew up watching that when dogs are running after you and they happy to see you, but the teeth is out and the light's hitting the shine and the spit on the teeth, the fangs. I'm not seeing a savior coming. I'm not seeing Jesus. I'm seeing death. But see, this is what y'all need to do. You need to save your aim. You need to stop. You need to stop with your leaders. You need to stop with Syria. Oh, this was Bigfoot. He's playing. He loved y'all. He was playing the. I guess I showed that to you. Then I had to get out of here at some point. This is Bigfoot. Bigfoot sighting. You don't know me. You know, y'all don't know Bigfoot anymore. Bigfoot in the jungle playing because y'all don't know him no more. Y'all don't believe in conspiracies anymore. That was pretty funny. Like I can't even post up by Neo. I know somebody. I'm not even gonna look at it. I'll let you read the shirt. You can read the shirt. Once again, your brain, your subconscious is running you, and it's looking at things and it's translating. It's deciding what it wants to tell you. This was a great eye game, but I did not post up by Neil like Neil deGrasse Tyson's a sellout. He's a shut up. So are you. We all are. We're all CIA. It's just how it works out. The brothers is important things. 2% I disagree with. All right, keep going. Showing children, tie, cover your eyes. This is gaslighting. Yes, exactly. Right? Because when you see children, you can sense. This is what we talked about in the beginning. Right? Just because they're on the other side of the border doesn't mean you shouldn't be sensing them. This is a little boy protecting his sister. Right? You should not be there. Say, oh, they're using that to get us to stay in Syria. No, we should not be in Syria. Period. End of story. End of discussion. If you're wrong, you spilled the milk, clean up the milk. That's the bottom line. We should not be there. You send food to Syria. What was this? Oh, yeah. Oh, this is 1871. Oh, this is it right here. 1871. Two constitutions. This was, you got it wrong. John, you got your numbers wrong, brother. You bad at math. 1871. We still work for the Queen. So was it 1913? 1930, that was not the first time. I mean, that was the latest time legally that America was not a country, that they really obviously made it obvious to you that all there are banks and markets. There are no more nations and borders. That those things don't exist. Agreed. Money runs the world. But it was in 1871. This was a website. I go to the website. One. I didn't read it. I don't have time for it. Like at a certain point, I know John read it. John read the whole damn thing. I know he read it and he like probably put it on microfiche and faxed it and copied it. John is into the stuff. I can't do this no more. I can't do it. Like for me, it's more entertainment. Like, you can't see the whole thing. Let me switch my screen. It's just entertainment. I look at it and it's just like, yep. We are monkeys in cages, and I keep moving. Like I don't have time. It was the page was more than the paragraph. I couldn't do it. But they're two constitutions. Then it goes through the history. I mean, how many times have you walked into something and you just like, okay, I get it. The bear is gonna eat me, and I don't have to get ate. Like I get it. Like, the bear got teeth, got claws. I don't have to go get eaten. Right? Like I get it. America does not control America. Americans have no say in their government. Whether you can start at the election system, it's the gerrymandering, it's the electoral college, it's the Democrats, it's the Republicans, it's the banks, it's 1933, it's the American Revolution we lost, it's the Nazis, we're the fourth. At a certain point in time, like, I get it. All right, I get it. I'll post the link if you want to read it. I didn't need to read it. I read the first paragraph. Like, there's two constitutions. Americans ain't got the Constitution. They ain't got no rights. It makes sense. That's why we have a pharmaceutical industry. That's why we have a killer cabal. That's why we have a military-industrial complex. That's why we bomb children. Don't give two damns. And that's why they controlled all the Democrats and Republicans, put them in cages, and brainwashed them to be okay with murder, slavery, oppression, destruction, and imbalance in the system. I get it. I don't need to read. I get it. So this was great. Justice posted this the other day. How many times? But it proved the same point that somebody made. This is from the very beginning, the central bankers were after America. From the very beginning, they had no intention on letting America get away. All right, natural law is just another border that was given to us. Absolutely. All right, I'm lying. I saw Kim posted that. I just said absolutely. I do that because sometimes y'all are smart. And I just look at names. Natural law is just another border that was given to us. I think so. Okay, I see what you're saying. I go, yeah, I agree with you. I see names. I'll admit to you, I know people smarter than I am. And they always post smart stuff. Certain names. I see certain names and I just like, yeah, I agree with it. Sometimes I don't even read the post like, America's crazy, and click, like, and keep going. I don't need to know why. I already know. We act crazy. I don't need to go through the detail. But yeah, I think there's only one law, Kim. There's only one law. Leave people alone. Right? Do unto others as you want to do to you. Everybody has free will. That's what God gave, and that's the end of it. Done. See you. Bye. I agree with you. Everything is you. Anything that's good eventually is corrupted. Anything that becomes largely supported will become foul. That's what money does. It's fantastic at it. Anything that has a blind following will end up having you in a cage because you love your black skin and big nose and some lips. And the people who put you in the cage have big nose, brown skin, and some lips. Okay? Anytime you're in a cage, you like mayonnaise and got light skin and a thin nose, you're gonna be in the cage, the people gonna be eating mayonnaise sandwiches, they got light skin and a thin nose, okay? That's how this works. If you blind following something, they'll break it. If you, anytime you think you following Christ, you got a book that Christ is in the book. Christ ain't in that book. They're gonna change the scriptures. And they're gonna get you eating his body. Okay, now it's a good idea to eat the blood of Christ and eat his body. You're gonna do what? But you're in the cage and you don't like think about it. Cause I was in that cage and I didn't even think about it. I said, they had me on some vampire type stuff. As a kid, I'm like, this is the body of Christ. And then they passed the wine. I couldn't wait to get it. It was grape juice. I could not wait to get it. I was like, pass the wine, pass the wine. You know, because you hit the two things as a kid, right? And that's how they get you as a kid. You know, it tastes sweet. It's got delicious sugar in it. That's a carcinogen. So one, the military industrial complex will love me, and the pharmaceutical industry and the medical complex gonna love me. The cancer, war on cancer, people gonna love me because at a young age they were teaching me to drink the blood. It's crazy. It's crazy. But that's what I'm saying. That's why it's funny. And I think that's why I laugh all the time. Is I keep looking, I'm like, damn, I didn't put that chair in my room. I'm not a vampire. No, I love Christ. He was a smart man. I don't think that I should be drinking his blood and chewing up his body like a damn vampire. You know, but they broke us. That's how they break people. It's just you gotta look for it. Gotta look for it. I can't look for it. I can't help you. I want to help you. I want to help everybody so much. But the world was broken by people trying to help. Right? They always try to help with some drones and swords, and you have to look at you. You have to look yourself. That's how this works. We only survive by fixing the world through our own mirrors. It's the only way. If you think about things long enough, you realize that benevolence is intelligence and malevolence is ignorance. Absolutely, Kim. And if you look in the mirror long enough, you can see all that malevolent stuff. You can get rid of it. All that sociopathic, narcissistic stuff that seemed like a good idea at the time, seems like a good idea if you're this race or religion or country, whatever, and get rid of that stuff, then we're going somewhere. Karma is always waiting. Christine, isn't it? It's always waiting, always returns. And if karma doesn't bite you a little bit at the end of your life, but you're ignorant, it's going to bite the hell out of your children. It's going to devour them like you devoured the body of a man that just said love everybody. Adults are so stupid. Yes, Courtney, what we're indoctrinated to be. We're indoctrinated to be dumb. I'm just trying to be less stupid. Karma is a biatch. It goes beyond the grave. Yes, it does. Perhaps a piece of this effed up process. That would be scary. That would be interesting, man. That would be interesting if this carries on afterwards. Like you can't get away. You think you're getting away, you ain't getting away. Like you think you're getting away from karma. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna get away. I'm about 80 years old. I don't really care anymore. And karma waiting for you after you transcend that next dimension. You start leaving your body. Like, cause I'd like to read about the after-death experiences and all the studies. You flying out your body like, I done got away with it. I done got away. Bye, monkeys. Bye-bye. And all of a sudden, you just end up in the next trap, and then you're a rock or something. You're a rock. You know, you come back being reincarnated as, I don't know, some bacteria that lives in anus oil or something. But karma is a biatch, and it works, and it probably works interdimensional. It makes sense. Everything's the ecosystem, so everything's interrelated, and it makes sense to me. When they have a pool in the backyard, then there is the ocean next to their pool. Yeah, Julie, and I grew up around people like that. I grew up around people with ignorant amounts of money, and I watched them proceed to go off and fight the power. And I'm like, you right? I don't know if you know that, but you're a powerful person. You got a pool and an ocean in your backyard, and I got a rock and stick in a broken patio. You're kind of powerful. I'm not sure if we in the same struggle, brother. I get it. Maybe I'll watch you for a minute. And then you start seeing these Al Sharptons and these people coming out the woodworks. But anyway, what was that? I didn't watch Dell yesterday. Somebody watched Dell, I think. what's happening in New York? There is a rally, discussion, board, panel, discourse, gathering over vaccines and flu shots. For some reason, I thought he said that Al Sharpton was putting it together, and they made Al cancel it because they didn't have 4 doctors debating 4 vaccines or something like that. I only saw part of it yesterday. I was kind of busy. I even do that with Dell now. It's like I put on Dell, I watch it for a little bit, and I'll just share it. Like, everybody do your homework, and I go do something else. I don't have the time anymore. I'm hustling. I got cotton to pick and a bag to weigh at the end of the day. But I get it. It's like, people have to get there, right? People have to get there. So you have to share the content. I appreciate people, y'all sharing. But people have to get there. They need to see the data. Once you process it and you get it, then you don't actually have to go through the details. So I don't really go through the details anymore. Same reason I didn't read that constitutional stuff. I don't really watch Dell as much as I should. I just post it so everyone else can see the details, because after a while you get it, right? Like, it's not about vaccines. It's not about flu shot. Like, you're an anti-vaccine flu shotter, something hotter. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I just think that big corporations that like to make money like to lie about the things that make them money. That's it. That's not the vaccine, anti-vax, that's not any of that. That's the corporations like to lie. They like to drop bombs. And so they like to lie about the reason they dropped the bombs. They like to lie about who they dropped the bombs on. They buy these laws from politicians to make sure they drop as many as they can, and they inject as many people as they can. It's just a very simple thing. And so I don't need to really do the details. I get it. There are people who still run around here, we need to fight for America. And I just tell them America doesn't exist. And there's endless evidence online to show you that. We need to go and just vote. And I get tired sometimes and just like, nope, I'm not voting. And other times I'll go through the details, but it's a whole lot. Truth is bubbling up. Yes, it is, Brenda. Truth is bubbling up. I'm pretty positive though. I am pretty positive. I'm not negative on it. Julie likes my post. Thank you, Julie. I appreciate it. I'll be honest with you, Julie. You wouldn't like my post if I posted all of them. I told somebody that the other day. They're like, what? I said, I literally don't post half of the things I write. Not even. Not even close. My mind is always going places, and I censor myself, and I probably shouldn't do that with this social experiment thing, but I do. I censor myself. But Ty is right about that too, that the more you post, the less they show people. So you do want to post less, otherwise less people see it and you're less effective. But I kind of self-censor myself. I try to think, first of all, I review my posts for grammar, spelling. Nope, I don't do that. I don't even care. I review my post for how many letters in it. Will it fit? Will it fit? That's all I care about. The King's grammar, Queen's English, and all of that stuff, I don't care nothing about that. At the end, sometimes I do. It's usually I care about the English and the spelling, what the King and Queen want me to do after I press the button. Right? Because to me, it's about communication. And if I'm communicating, then I'm fine. But I'll go back to grammar Nazis that come for me and just tell me the Queen doesn't approve, and so I have to modify those things. But yeah, I don't post half of what I want to. I review the post I try to make it short and sweet as possible. I try to ask myself, is this gonna get people to think more than get them to cry? Is it gonna start a fight or start a discussion? Maybe do some fact checking, because they lie about everything. There's just so much that's always being lied about. Is this accurate? Is it still accurate? Is this law still in place? But I don't post half the stuff I want to. Is it impartial enough that it doesn't really help one side out, one, two, or the other? All right, what's in the old today? Let me see, U.S. arms sales at $55 billion, 2019. Okay, which usually probably means is that $1 trillion or something. Saudi Arabia, if that's at South Arabia, biggest buyer. Oh no, Saudi Arabia, not South Arabia. Arabia doesn't exist. It's just a land that was colonized. There are a lot of different tribal tribes that live there in the desert. Let's just see. To me, this isn't new, but this information. Let's see. Is any content here?
A new report claims that in fiscal year 2019, the United States sold more than $55 billion worth of weapons to its allies and partners around the world. even as arms sales to allies like Saudi Arabia were heavily criticized. RT's Rachel Blevins joins me to break this all down. Rachel, how did 2019 compare to years?
Before she gets into who believes in arms sales, raise your hand. You better not believe in gun control. If you believe in arms deals, I better not see no gun control posts anywhere on your page, around you sniffing nothing, liking, you better not nothing. Because then that means that you give a damn more about the people here than you do anywhere else. That means you're one of these slaves in these cages.
In the past.
Well, Sarah, it's no secret that the United States exports more weapons than any other country in the world.
Right, and we always go through it. Why do we export weapons? Because our GDP is based on destabilizing things, murder, destruction, not innovating, destroying, and continuing to walk in this damn circle while your leaders who are really reactors are just leading you in a circle. And they're walking in a sustainable circle, blow things up, rebuild them, blow things up, murder people, rebuild them, blow things up, get people scared, rebuild them, blow things up, make a terrorist group, rebuild them, blow things up, take your tax dollars, starve Americans, get them to go into war, blow things up. And it's just a sustainable cycle. It's a completely sustainable, ingenious cycle of making you stupid. Bipartisan. And both sides are like, they're the killers, they're the killers, they're the killers. I've been on both sides. I know. I looked at one side, I was like, where am I? I was a Democrat. They're like, we're the peaceful ones, oh, well, we're the hippies. And after a while, I was like, y'all not hippies. Yeah, no, you can't spell it. You had no idea. Y'all drive BMWs. And then the other side, like, yo, they're the killers, they're the globalists, they're the global police and social engineers. And the funny thing, to a degree, they're both right, but they're both wrong, because they're both hypocrites. They all believe in blowing up things in a GDP based in murder and destruction. You can't have good karma with a nation whose GDP is based in doing everything that the God is on the money say they trust told them not to do. Okay? If you do everything that Christ told you not to do for money, and you make industries and models out of it with cronyism, and like everything and everybody is required to support the system and work for the companies that are all based in thou shalt murder, thou shalt kill, thou shalt rape, thou shalt destroy, thou shalt blow up, thou shalt covet, thou shalt all the things, and thou shalt worship money, thou shalt bank, thou shalt all the things he said not to do. That karma ain't coming back good. That karma's coming back. All right. Karma always comes back.
And the numbers from 2019 were on track with previous years under the Trump administration. Now, according to a new report, U.S. foreign military deals in fiscal year 2019 totaled $55.4 billion. Now, this is slightly less than the $55.6 billion in deals from 2018, which was a 33% jump from $41.93 billion in 2017. Now, when comparing the current figures to deals from previous administrations, reports noted that the Obama administration approved more than $278 billion in foreign arms sales in its 8 years, which was more than double the total of arms sales approved by the Bush administration. Now, the weapons that are most commonly exported by the United States include combat aircraft, unmanned aerial vehicles, anti-tank missiles, naval gun systems, and guided weapon systems. The U.S. regularly supplies weapons to at least 98 countries, which is around half of the countries in the entire world. And as the war on terror has continued over the last 18 years, U.S. arms sales to countries in the Middle East have increased significantly. According to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, the U.S. accounted for nearly half of the weapons imported by the Middle East between 2013 and 2017. The director of the Defense Security Cooperation Agency referred to arms sales as a tool of first resort for U.S. foreign policy, and he said allies buy weapons from the U.S. because Washington sells the world's most advanced defense systems. He went on to say, quote, "Through the uniquely American approach to security cooperation, we also ensure our allies and partners have all the necessary training, education, and institutional capacity to..."
All right, I'm sorry, I wasn't watching. The bullshizzle that holds everything together. So no, I didn't disappear. First of all, we don't sell defensive weapons. We sell weapons to destabilize. None of those are defensive. They are all offensive. They are for blowing things up, destroying any nation that thinks about giving freedom to its people. So our Americans can retire well. That's what the system was. And I didn't disappear. I like a good pharmaceutical rep that doesn't actually take the drugs that they sell. I was getting donuts. And that's how the system works. You know, you've got your politicians who sell weapons in nations they won't dare go. You got politicians starting wars in nations they don't want to live, where their kids don't live. And you got me telling you eat healthy, and I'm eating donuts. So, but I'm healthy. I don't want to talk about the war, and I don't want to talk about defense spending. It's all about killing people. All right, I'm not interested in killing people. It's like, you're eating processed food, but I'm healthy. Okay, I'm healthy. I don't get sick. Health is a condition. Like, what is healthy to people? I know we can talk about war. I don't want to talk about war. I don't really care. Like, I'm not interested. I know Tulsi this, blah, 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 blah. She's a killer. Okay, that's done. American, okay, that's Babylon. Okay, done. But I'm not supposed to be a part of Babylon. I'm not supposed to support killers. Okay? I'm a human being. I don't believe in systems. Like, what is healthy? What is healthy? To me, healthy is the condition of having health. That's it. However you get your health, that's up to you. I can eat donuts. I can do this. I can do this, man. Whoa, man. Why? Because I eat healthy. And when I started eating too many donuts and I started getting fat, my pants weren't even fitting like earlier this year. I couldn't get my pants to fit. I was either going to have to go buy some slave pants or I was going to stop eating. I had a great Christmas. And so, yeah, I had to stop. But I'm healthy. I don't get sick. So, you know, I eat a donut. That's where I'm at. All right. All right, let's finish the news. Let's look and see this. You know, I can't do war. It's the same bullshit. It's the same thing over and over. Right? Because there's no real debate in it. We don't have an anti-war political party. We don't have any body that you can put in office that's going to stop the war. Our GDP is war. Okay? And none of these people, no matter how much they try to convince you, they're going, oh, Tulsi's doing a good job, though, isn't she? She's doing a good job lying. Y'all should give her a clap. Not the clap, but you should give her a clap. I think she's married. Y'all should clap for her. She's got convincing commercials. Once again, what we say about commercials. I wonder if I can find a Tulsi commercial. I should find one. They're good. I watch them on YouTube all the time. They're so convincing. And they're repetitive too. They're repetitive over and over and over and over and over and over. Again, I came from a military family. I'm not interested. All right. If you're in the military, you trying to get out the military, you're whistleblowing on the military, you went to war, came back, and like, I get it now. We're on the same wavelength. If you're still talking about America's defending something, nah, that boot camp warrior gene stuff is working a little too well in you still. Let me see. Turkey, a fool's errand, ceasefire. Yes, absolutely, it's a fool's errand, ceasefire. It's always a fool's errand because everything that we do is foolish. That's what happens when corporations run your government. If it's profitable, we do it, and anything that's completely, totally profitable is always foolish. New. Just like new. Look, it says new right there. See, it says new. In the old. It's gonna be something new. What's new? Thanks to blame for Hong Kong mass. Oh, I love it. You can't make this stuff up. You cannot. Are you sure? The banks? Are you sure the banks did it? Because the bank's a good thing. Isn't the bank where we go on the weekend and they give us money? The banks keep our money safe. The bank? You think the bank's the blame? I gotta watch that because people, when I talk about bank, I don't know. We gotta move on. We can't watch it. I don't watch the bank. It's the same damn thing all the time. It's the same thing. We're gonna do about it. We're gonna go to the bank and we're gonna make a withdrawal. We're gonna make deposits. We're gonna work today and put more money in the bank. And then complain about what the banks do in every nation all over this world. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it. Putin has an invincible missile. Look at this. This is pornography. I'm gonna have to click off it real quick.
It appears tonight that Russian President Vladimir Putin, who has openly criticized the Trump White House for backing out of the INF treaty signed by President Reagan, is now going full speed ahead with Russia's missile defense strategy. Today, Mr. Putin watched as his military displayed missiles that can carry thermonuclear warheads, some that Mr. Putin himself and many military experts call invincible. Covering today's display for us is RT correspondent Yulia Shapovalov.
Invincible. that scaring anybody? I know it's scaring the Americans. I know it is. I know it's scaring you. I know it's scaring the monkeys. It don't scare no wave energy. It's scaring the monkeys though. It's invincible. You know they said that about Greek fire. They said that about the clipper ship. They said that about the catapult. They said that about the invincible bow and arrow. Please let me know you understand. If it's on TV, it's old. Okay, it's old. If it's technology for war, for killing people in defense, it's at least 30, 40, 50 years, maybe 100 years behind what they actually have. This is for your entertainment. Please enjoy. Eat the popcorn.
Vladimir Putin led the maneuvers from the National Defense Management Center in Moscow via a video communication system. The exercises were held on land, water and in the air, namely from the Barents Sea and the Sea of Ojotsk, from where strategic missile
That scares me
submarines...
right there. Look at that. Doesn't that scare you Americans? That scare y'all right there? They all in there got military suits and they're in a meeting. Bad things happen when they do that. They're probably colluding against your election system right now.
launched ballistic missiles at training grounds in Kamchatka and in the Arkhangelsk region. In addition, the ships of the Caspian Flotilla and the Northern Fleet launched caliber high-precision cruise missiles. Several launches of cruise missiles were also carried out by Iskander complexes.
Look at that. Look, the big vehicle going in a ditch. That just makes you want to go out and vote right now, doesn't it? I know it does. It's a scary thing. I get it. And it's a big vehicle, too. It probably got a big missile in there. It probably got a real big...
Plus, the Yars missile system.
All right, why am I laughing? Why am I laughing? In case anybody new here, it's like, these people are crazy. Why am I laughing? I'm laughing because this is old. Okay, I'm laughing because this isn't anything new. This is walking in that same stupid circle following a reactor you think is a leader. You're just walking in the forest, you're going in circles, they're scaring you with the same damn bush. I'm tired of being scared of the same bush. We're walking in a circle behind the leader, and every time we walk past the same bush, I hadn't seen the bush about 20 times. The bush used to be Iraq. The bush was Venezuela. The bush was Iran. The bush was Russia. The bush was the communists. The bush was Latin America. The bush was Cuba. There's always a bush. And you want me to be scared of the bush? I'm not scared of the bush. Okay, I'm not scared of the bush. I love bush. That's where all my kids came from. Okay, I'm not scared. All right, I know that was wrong. I slipped that in. I shouldn't. I literally slipped. But anyway, I'm not scared of the bush. We keep walking in the damn circle like, look, everybody, it's bush. It's the leaders, right? Because the reactor in the front's walking around is like, oh, yeah, the bush coming up. You know, I need to scare everybody. There's something in the bush. There's something in there. It's dark. It's probably a tiger. Everybody, let's get scared. Everyone, pick up your guns. You know, and it's just the same stupid thing. You know, and at a certain point in time, you got to stop being scared of the same stupid bush. We didn't walk past this bush, literally George Bush. We're gonna walk past this bush. How many times are you gonna walk past this bush? They didn't. His name was Bush. They didn't even lie to you. It was right there. It was right. All right, I can't watch it no more. Well, you know what? Maybe something else scary.
Completed the
look at
launch
that.
of an intercontinental ballistic missile from the Plises Cosmodrome. Long-range Tu-95 MS aircraft hit their ground targets as well. The Ministry of Defense noted that all the tasks were completed and the missiles hit all the targets.
This training is the final stage of the Strategic Thunder 2019.
You ever wonder why when you listen to this, how come they play the Russian? You can hear the rustling in the back and then the translator in the front. I think they do that because they want you to hear the other border language. That's what I think. I think they do that because it scares you, like you hear the other border language. Don't make me sing the Russian national anthem. I will do it. Why? Because their anthem rocks. All right? Their anthem is on point. I grew up with the wrong anthem. I'm sorry, like, you're Russian, you want to be a traitor. No, I just think they're nursery rhymes. I think they're nursery rhymes. I think anthems are nursery rhymes for children who live in cages. They're in their, what are them things called? The cages we put babies in, the toddlers. I put my kids in them. Not the high chairs, that's a different prison. To control them so they won't eat off of the floor. They won't have fun as a kid. What are they called? The bassinet? The bassinet, right? The jail you put your kids in so they can go to sleep. So they don't make too much noise, and you put their toys so you can sleep, so you can get up in the morning and be a slave. Kids ain't supposed to be in cages, they're supposed to be free. That's the funny thing, kids running over the board like, everybody, kids in cages, as you put your baby in the bassinet. All right, I'm sorry. I can't watch it no more. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's the same old bush. They keep walking you past somebody coming to get you, and they're not coming to get you. Russia has a Rothschild bank like we do. We are not going to war. We are allies. We are bank allies. There are no nations, there are no countries, there are no borders. There are banks and markets. We make money together for the Rothschilds. We are not going to war. It's not going to happen, right? That's just television. They're trying to scare you with the same damn bush and log and dark eyes in the forest, and it's them. It's George Bush. He's sitting out there in the forest. Let me see. Is Russia right about NATO's threat? No, because NATO and Russia, they all got Rothschild banks. They control the zoo. The zoo will not let the two profitable exhibits fight. That's what it comes down to. They will not let America and Russia fight. They both make too many wealthy make too much money from the American exhibit and the Russia exhibit, and all the profits go up to the same central bank zoo. So no, that's not going to happen. But they'll threaten it. They'll scare you because it makes you pay your taxes and go to work and fight with the blacks and the whites and the Democrats and Republicans and scare the Muslims. That's how it works. That's all it is. House rebukes Trump over Syria withdrawal. Of course they are. Didn't we see that yesterday? Is that yesterday? We're in yesterday's news already? Because it's always old. It was the right thing to do to pull him out. It was the wrong thing to do to land the airplane that you pulled him out in Saudi Arabia. Okay, they sell out on all sides. Mulvaney, the Trump critics, get over it. I don't know about that. Netflix sued by law firm over Panama Papers movie. I like Netflix. I don't want to get sued, but big corporations can't exist, so they really should go out of business. And plus, they got Obama flicks anyway. I don't think you should have war criminals on television. I don't think that's a good. I think you're supposed to put them in prison, not give them TV specials. And that's another thing. Samantha Tulsi is suing Google. She said that in her repeated commercial. So that's a thing. U.S. puts new restriction on Chinese diplomats. Right, because the China people want to kill you. It's obvious because their eyes look different from yours, and they're on the other side of that border. So of course they want to kill you, and they got weapons that look like penises too. So you should be scared. Full show. Durowitz lashes out at Epstein's accusers. I'm not worried about Epstein. I don't look into Epstein because we literally are the Epstein manufacturers. We create an Epstein island in every nation we traffic weapons to. So we can stop talking about Epstein and his island. You need to talk about your Pentagon and their war machine. JFK done told you that. Smedley Butler told you that. John Perkins told you that. Read. It's fun to mental. Widespread toxic. Widespread toxic forever chemicals found in good. I want to read that. I'm going to watch this. We got to watch this. They probably found more Viagra in the water. They found more methylphenidate, tiotrochone, and phenoxyl in your tap water. Got it. That is.
I've been doing tons of stories about California lately. And it's not just because I'm a New Yorker who can't stand LA's opportunist culture or anything. I swear that's not it. It's because there's just so much crazy news coming out of Cali these days. Here's some more. Ready for this? The LA Times just released a report on some testing that went down this year on California's drinking water sources. And they found that toxic forever chemicals, commonly known as PFAs, have seeped into the public water supply. In fact, nearly 300 water sources were found to have traces of these toxic chemicals, affecting the drinking water of millions of Californians.
They got PFAs in the water in California now. That's old. We knew that. We didn't know all that. They had protection from abuses all over California. That Joe Biden did that, right? He did that with the VAWA. Y'all remember the VAWA? The Violence Against Women's Act, when Joe Biden stood up with the justice system to create protection from abuse orders, so they didn't have to send police to protect women being beat up by their husbands and boyfriends. Y'all remember that? He made big money on it. I told you we got an oligarchy. I know. Oh, did you believe the name of the law? You believed it was the Violence Against Women's Act, which took the violence against women through the roof and increased spousal murder. That one, they got PFAs in the water. They got PFAs all in the water. This is in the water. Why? Because it makes money. You got an oligarchy, so it makes. That's when I actually got started in this. It was I told that to y'all before. I was a sister out of West Virginia. She had a domestic violence shelter, and she's like, "We done lost our mind. What the hell? We're trying to help women. We're trying to help the men, because they're the abusers and they're trained to do this. They were raised in families that get them to do it. The women need help. They just don't need to put the guy in prison, but you got PFAs, and now what's happening is they got this protection order, and the man comes that wants to murder them, and they put the protection order in their face. Like, hey, stop it. You can't come around here anymore. With a sheet of paper. And the man will stick the knife right through the paper. Say, yeah, the police didn't have to go out anymore, so all they got to do is make money. And so the lawyer gets paid, the state gets paid, the judge gets paid. And so Joe Biden, his legal industry, they all got big time dollars from this idea that a sheet of paper would stop a man who's pissed off at his wife because he's been cheating, or stop a man who watched his father beat up his mother for 30 years of his life. It boggles my mind. But hey, he's gonna help y'all. He's gonna help. See, he's not a reactor. He's a leader. He's gonna lead you somewhere new. He's gonna take you somewhere. Once again, Joe Biden's gonna help the black people learn how to raise children, because it's obvious y'all have no idea how to raise your aggressive kids who were joining gangs, but they were starved into it by the oligarchy withholding resources from their communities. They became warriors. The survivor genes kicked in. They learned how to survive, and they started to do what the Pentagon does, which what everyone votes for. But blame the children. That makes sense. All right, I'm sorry, PFAs. Let's focus.
State officials released the results this week, which they say is the first step in a much longer effort to track the scale of contamination in California's water supply. They've only tested a small fraction of water sources so far, and they plan to continue. However, they haven't committed to statewide testing, as what they've already done has been very costly, and what they have already found will cost even more to clean up. According to the Times report, the PFAs that were found have been linked to kidney and testicular cancer, thyroid disease, and high cholesterol. And they persist in...
Hang on. Are these bad things, though? That's the first question. Is testicular cancer, is that a bad thing? Kidney failure, is that a bad thing? Like, I think we have to first kind of agree to some of these things. Like, are these bad things? And are they bad things for who? Are they bad things for us? Are they bad for the poor people who drink the tap water? Who are they bad for? Are they good for corporations? Are they good for antibiotics? Are they good for chemical companies selling fluoride and chlorine and putting in the water? Are they good for politicians who like to be reelected and who have to take the bribe from the big corporations making the chlorine and the fluoride and things that they put in the water? Are they good for the pharmaceutical industry? Are they good for CVS and Walgreens? Does it make more sick people? The more people pull up to their CVS drive-through window, are they making so much money that that's... Who are they bad for, right? And who are you voting for? Are you voting for the people who take the money from the corporations? Then obviously they're not bad things. These are good things. And besides, you should feel safer because they just said they're going to track them. All right, they're tracking them. So if they're tracking them, it means it's a good thing.
Definitely in the human body, which is why scientists call them forever chemicals. They were originally developed in the 1940s and were used in tons of household products, from food packaging to Teflon cookware to clothing and beyond. They were also used in firefighting foam used on military bases, which the Times says is a major source for groundwater pollution. In fact, they found 21 contaminated military bases in California.
That's okay, because the military is going to get our resources because we believe the King's report that we're low on resources. We got to go murder people for their resources. So there's
no agreed upon safety level for PFAs. The EPA classifies them as an emerging contaminant that they are still trying to learn about in terms of what's safe and what's not. But in January, a new state law goes into effect requiring water utility companies to inform their customers if PFAs are found. And since we're talking about California here, a state full of hippies, I'm sure they're not going to be happy when they find out.
There they are.
Now, I'm also sure my water here in New York is filled with some terrible stuff too, but I'm no hippie. And I live by the following motto: if for any reason you don't trust the system, then don't drink its water.
Okay, first of all, that's racist. You can't talk about hippies. I am a hippie, and I'm a little offended by that. A little offended. I like RT. I like you, lady, and I post your videos all the time. However, I'm a little offended by that. Just because you want to be hippie-ish and you just don't want nothing in your water. Like here's the thing. One of the things. I don't care how many PFAs in the water. I don't care. I don't care how many protection from abuses are in the water. They shouldn't exist. Right? I don't care how much chlorine's in the water. It shouldn't exist. It shouldn't be in the water. You know, when they handle fluoride, when they deliver the fluoride, you know that they have hazmat suits. Do you realize that they can't touch it, and if they do, they have to go to the hospital? And I say, well, it's just in small amounts in the water. It shouldn't be there. You're racist against hippies. We just want water from the spring. What's wrong with that? How come we can't have, why do we got to go to prison because we want mountain water? Huh? Why? I disagree with the whole concept. I don't care how many PFAs in it. I don't care how much Viagra's in it. I don't care none of it should be there, period. It shouldn't exist. If you want to drink Viagra because your penis ain't doing what you need to do, you need to drink it and then pee in a cup or something and recirculate it with a Berkey filter or life straw or something. Keep that to yourself. Same thing with GMOs, right? Don't release it in the environment. You got a greater way, a better way of doing things, and you need to bet up your own space. Don't bet up everybody's water, okay? You leave it in yours. My penis works exactly how it's supposed to. In fact, work too damn well, to be honest with you. I need to probably the reverse of it. But no, I don't agree with any of this. This is stupid. If you want to live unnatural, then you can do that in your own space. Don't share with us. Don't share with, we don't want you. We don't want what you got. We don't want nothing that you got. You keep that in your same thing with GMOs. You can have all the GMOs you want. You can have GMO apples and tomatoes and okra, and it's probably gonna crawl out and kill you later. You can have all that stuff. Give you diarrhea. Have it all you want. Keep it in a laboratory. Keep it to yourself. All right? We are natural creatures. We've been here for millions of years. We've been drinking fresh water, clean food. You want to do it a different way? Go that way. Go that way, baby. Come on. Same thing with the vaccines and flu shots. I have nothing against them. If you okay with them taking shots out of Asian people booties in Thailand or something and injecting them in your, then you should do that. If it makes you feel stronger and healthier, I agree with you. I think you should have it. Hitler did it, right? Hitler did it, so it must be true. He went to Ethiopian guy, got some of his boo-boo, and what was his doctor's name? I forgot the doctor's name. Said, yeah, he was getting Ethiopian boo-boo. Because apparently Ethiopian boo-boo makes you healthier. And he was injecting him with it, and Hitler believed it. That's why I know he's crazy. Not because he's doing what America did at less numbers than America's doing it right now. Not because the Nazis barely killed as many as the Pentagon has, but because he got Ethiopian boo-boo and got injected with it. And I'm fine with that. I have nothing to do with it. But you're not injecting me and don't put it in my water. Okay? So I don't believe in tracking any of this. If it's in there, we got a problem. Right? If you want to go a different way, then go a different way. There's no such thing as organic, right? We got food and somebody's screwing it up. Okay? If you want to screw it up and have your own section in the grocery store where you grow that, have your own water, your own fountain, your own land, well, you can go do that. But you can't infect the creatures that live here with your ideologies because you believe big corporations. Because you watch commercials. That's what I'm saying. All right. Let that wrap.
It really is that simple.
And I like The Resident. I like The Resident. I like RT, which is the only reason I show them. Sure, I'll troll it because the things that don't make any sense. They have to show what makes sense to Americans and Russians and everybody else. But to me, it's all nonsense. It's all drama. It's just more of the old walking in a circle. And it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to not watch things change till we all get eradicated and wiped out. Because we hashtag all gone die. But nobody ever really dies. We just move dimensions. All right, I'm gonna do comments. I'm gonna get out of here. Right, Americans will be removed in other ways like disease and sickness. Right, Heidi, we're being exterminated. We're voting for it. We're cheering it and we're voting for it. Why? Because it's profitable, and we hate our neighbors. Yeah, I guess the bassinet is a cage. Never thought about it like that. It is a cage, Ty, right? Because the creature's doing what you don't want it to do. It's gonna crawl places and chew on things. So you put it in a cage. Same thing with the dog. People go to work. What happens? The animal that they took out of the wild, they're gonna get mad at me on this one time. The animal you took out of the wild is not behaving how you want it to in the house thing. It chews on things, and so you put it in a cage. You do the same thing to the baby because the baby's gonna cry. It's gonna do baby things. The baby's gonna do human things. And people gotta go to work the next day, Ty. You can't just let them run around wild. You know, it being human, being free, it's like kids. You know, you gotta put them in prison. Why you can't let them run? Oh my gosh, letting kids run around and be wild and smoke cannabis and grow the tweeds. You can't have that. We don't like that behavior, so we'll put you in cages. And I just don't think we think about things. I think we criticize government when they do. This is why I'm not against the government. I know y'all want to fight the government. I'm not for fighting the government. I don't want to fight the government. Why would you fight them? They got killer rays and death robots and 5Gs. I don't want to fight them. I have no interest. They got laser weapons. You gonna fight them with pop guns? Really? You gonna fight Homeland Security? Homeland Security's playing with y'all. Okay, I'm trying to tell you this. You're not listening to me. They're playing with you. They have people walk around with these guns, and they drive trucks because they pretend like that's what they got. You ever show up in DC or somewhere with real, I know John, you ain't gonna like this one. They're gonna say, all right, we done. John is here. He brought everybody. All right, y'all, open the trunk, bring out the real weapons. They're gonna press a button. Like, all right, here you go. How many of it? About 8,000? Beep! Everybody's gonna melt. Just gonna melt, and that's it. John, I'm not picking on John. I'm just saying that these people are phenomenal at lying, okay? These are the chameleons of the world. They make nations look stupid. They kill entire continents of people. They got buttons that they probably got a button named America in the White House. And they press the button, it kills every American. It'll kill every American that makes less than $80,000 a year. Probably will. Every American that hasn't paid more than $1 million in taxes, beep, and that's it. That's the end of it. That's why I say I believe in banks and markets. This nation thing, it's gonna get y'all killed. It's gonna get y'all killed. That's all I'm saying. Hashtag they gonna get you. Oh, every they get everybody. They get everybody. They have drones that they can target you by your DNA. Okay. They got drones that can target you by your baldness, your skin color. They probably got drones that can target you by your political party. It's an AI robot. Looks you up online. They look at you, do a facial recognition scan. I'm gonna pull the drone video before I get out of here. They got the swarming drones. Y'all seen the swarming drones? Yeah. Yeah, you send out an army of swarming drones. They look like Toys R Us toys. Like, that's cute. These things are swarm, and they're potless as U.S. military. Yeah, go right there. Releasing the drones. 4, 3. They're looking right here. Hey, go get us all. Heart bleeding. We can night. We're gonna start making that 51. We're gonna start making it. I'm just saying, you're gonna see this right here. We'll press the button. And then when you see little things falling out, like, oh, they dropping toys out the bottom. What the hell? It's called a tomahawk. That's what it's called, tomahawk. That's the last thing. Old lady said tomahawk. Everybody just died. 3, 1, defense complete. They drop them out, and there they go, swarming right there. They see that's us right there. Y'all see us right here? We right here. They're swarming. No, they went back to dancing. They're doing something. But anyway, here's the point. They drop the drones out. It'll look at your face, it'll scan your face, and it'll say, who is that? That's Ty Jenkins, whatever Ty's last name is today. Who's that? That's Kelly Thornton. It'll look you up on the internet through Wi-Fi and 5G, and like, oh, Kelly Thornton, what's he doing? He's growing hemp? Oh, no. That's the enemy. That's terrorism. That's corporate terrorism, because you're growing hemp and you're making hemp houses, and houses stop burning down. That's terrorism. That's corporate terrorism. It means the housing company can't make it. The housing industry isn't making as much as it needs to. And there's about 8,000 other industries that feed on the housing. Then now they're not burning down, so they're not making money. So you growing hemp, that's terrorism. AI, make the decision, kill decision. Kill decision. And the thing would just fly into Brother Kelly and just pop, and I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. I think Brother Kelly's a good guy. I think we should live in hemp houses. I don't think billionaires should have billions and trillionaires should have trillions. I think human beings should be free, and we should stop playing this turn each other against each other, because big corporations have promised us different things through other political parties that nobody ever gets. That's what I think. I don't think they're being honest with you. They hid the stealth fighters for a reason. Why? Because they wanted to fool the people in the desert. And they hide all the real weapons from you because they want to fool you to thinking they got pop guns. They got laser guns and buttons and drones and death rays and killer satellites and things that we have no idea how to defend against because we've never even seen them before. There's only one way out of this, people, and it's not a violent way. The only way out is you got to walk away. This is a government. It's a system. It's a fantasy construct. It only exists because we say we need it to exist. You realize you have no reason to hide and be fearful of your neighbor, that they just need resources that are being denied them, then your neighbor's not the problem anymore. The other race isn't the problem, it's your government. And it's your government who works for billionaires and trillionaires. And half the time I think the government wants to do good things. They just can't do it because we won't grow up. Quiet, you guys, pay attention. What? It's citizen death, somebody over there running. I know it's quiet over there. Ain't nobody in YouTube. They ain't saying nothing. I don't know what's happening. I think I'm being banned. I'm being a little banned over there. All right. Your audience and your live stream viewers have lost the plot, myself included. What's the plot again? I'm not even sure what the plot, Rebecca. What's the plot today? The plot is dying for stupid things is a bad idea. Living in uselessness is a worse idea. We're all in cages. We need to sense each other outside of our own border walls. Whether it's a border, whether it's a race border, religion border, prison border, bassinet, high chair. We need to sense outside of the borders and push always towards the next little piece of freedom, if we can. All right. All water is compromised across the nation. Lots of laughter, every state test, but there's no regulations on reporting it. That's funny, Jeannie. I know they're tracking it, but Jeannie, you should be happy. The government's tracking it. I don't know what the hell that means, but they're tracking it. It's being tracked. Jeannie, you're being a conspiracy theorist. They're tracking. It's being tracked. It's not telling you what's in the track. They're tracking it. I don't know what the hell that means, but they're tracking it in California, so we can go back to paying our taxes and work. That's all I know. He who makes the rules makes the money. To the tables turned on the money. Yes, Matthew. I appreciate your common damn sense. That's why the tables are turned over. The only reason you're getting idiotic, wild behavior out of human beings is because you made money. That's it. Money and money change. The banks did it. Like, maybe money by itself isn't so bad, but we're not evolved enough for it. But banks blew that up because it means now that everything that everybody needs, this money thing, is printed by one group of people. That's it. That's it. And if they print it, then everybody goes around the world, figures out how to get more of it. And out of that, you end up with industries, you end up with, small businesses, they end up in medium-sized businesses, then you can outcompete the medium-sized businesses, which become big businesses, then you got industries, then you got corruption, then you got governments, and you got nations and kings and lords, and all of these things, and you're poisoning the water, and you're poisoning the vaccines, and you're not testing the flu shots, and you're doing all of these dumb things, all for one thing. What everybody needs is printed by one group of people, and they don't print it out for everybody. It keeps everybody in conflict. That's it. And that's why I think Christ worked out. Check with my, check with your balls. And they said something. Kelly, why are you telling us what they saying? We didn't ask you that, brother. We love you. We didn't ask you what your testicles is saying, man. Yeah. I kind of keep my conversation with my testicles and stuff. I'm sorry, I didn't. I said, talk to Kelly. I am talking to Kelly. What are we talking about? I called Kelly. Kelly and I talked yesterday. We got to talk again today. Why Lori fussing at me? What I do? I'm always doing something. Best part of that U.S. Constitution is written on him. Exactly, Miss T, Miss Tree. I keep calling you Miss T because my eyes in the thing. But Miss Tree, and not only that, but the Pentagon was a hemp farm. Did y'all know that? Kelly and I talked about that not too long ago. The pentagram, it actually was a hemp farm. It was literally a sustainable hemp farm before they decided to go against what JFK tried to tell us about and make a secret society of killers for Rothschilds and Rockefellers. It was a hemp farm. I am all for making America great again. I am. I want to make America great again. I want to make the Pentagon a hemp farm again. I want it to, once again, well, I don't want anybody to be there at the work that day. On one day, have like a Pentagon holiday, how they had the bank holidays. Everybody not go to the Pentagon. Had the same guy who turned off the air defensive systems on 9/11. Had him work that day. He's the only guy who can work that day. Have him go ahead and turn the air defenses off again. And then he'd go home and let the whole thing just burn down. And let it be a hemp garden again. I think that we send Brother Kelly out there and start planting some hemp seeds and let the whole, because hemp will overtake it. As fast as hemp grows, as big as hemp grows, hemp will knock the pentagram down and cut into the concrete and knock the boulders down and just let it overtake it. And then we can all make flour. We can make flour and creams and plastics and medicine from what used to be a pentagram. The neat thing is it'll grow in the shape of a pentagram, so have like a memorial of who not to be and what not to do. Blowing up other nations is not an activity of a sentient creature. All right, let's wrap this up. Using all of our kidneys as one huge filter. Well, Heidi, when you use your citizens' kidneys for experimental filtration, corporations make a lot of money. And it's a good thing because those people want to retire. They want to have a little bit of freedom and fun before they die. The last 5 years before they die, when they retire, they want to be able to go travel the world and see a few of the things for a few minutes that they didn't experience for their entire damn life because they was their slave a whole life in some sort of a cage career. That's what retirement is. The last minute of your life, you get to go see the things that you couldn't experience your whole life. The things that you're like, oh, I missed all of this because I was working. They're posting tariffs on wine and cheese and other stuff imported from Europe today. Are they gonna put tariffs on water imported from Europe too? Poisoning us up. That helps. We know that helps, y'all. Ivana, you know the tariffs help. They help something. I'm not sure what they help. Taxes, y'all. Taxes help everything. We all went to school and we know this. Taxes clean water. We know that taxes stops climate change. Taxes, what else is taxes? Taxes helps everything. It's just more taxes. And people believe the crap, and that's why they keep voting for it, and that's why they keep doing it. Why? Because we got a problem. We obviously need some taxes. The gangs is getting crazy. The poor kids in the poor community, don't feed them, grow food for them, and help them. Don't print more money for them from the banks, but we need more taxes. Because we can't help you unless we tax you. Now, if we tax you, then we can spend the money in Yemen. I mean, in San Francisco. Did I say Yemen? I'm sorry. I'm in. I mean, we're in San Francisco. We're going to use the taxes to clean up poo, not make more people crap their pants all over the planet because they hear drones and bombs dropping in their sleep. It's nonsense. It's all nonsense. All right. Last couple comments I'm gonna do. It took years to get fluoride out of the water. Of course, Trishka's fluoride should never go in the water. It's all in the pipes. That's why we got to go to drinking from spring. There's a great website that shows you where all your fresh springs are. I forgot the name of it. Eventually, I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to have glass containers go fill up from a local spring, and that's it. Although the fun part is there's DDT in a lot. Unless it's a deep spring, deep well, it's deeper than the aquifers. Is a lot of it's going to have some DDT in it. I could go. That's the last comment. Alice says the last comment. Odor reeks like a skunk. Everyone is harvesting. Oh, the hemp. Yeah, they say hemp stinks. I don't live anywhere near hemp. Let's make the world great. Thank you, Jack. We're gonna end it on Jack. Jack says, make the world great again. How you make the world great again? Love everybody. That's it. You sense everyone. Look all around this planet. There are a lot of people we don't sense because we're placed behind borders. When you look all over this planet, you've got a whole planet full of cousins, and they're all going without because you got banks and corporations that run everything, and they only give just enough resources to keep us in conflict with one another. That's how you do it. Happy Friday. Y'all have a happy Friday. This is Gerard. I am out of here. Bye-bye.